Never wanted him.
Hold on.
Never wanted him.
And you wanted him to win a World Cup.
Hold on. We had a conversation before, and I said, hey, Messi staying with PSG. No guts. I said, so you're telling me it takes guts to go somewhere and take a quarter of the price that you're going to get?
You don't know that.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
You don't know.
I know for a fact the Pinks ain't paying what PSG is paying.
You don't know what the Pinks can pay.
Steven.
Yes.
Am I going out on a limb by saying what I'm saying?
No, not
a
really.
European soccer team is going to outbid an MLS team.
Now they outbid them. All of a sudden, you come crawling back to PSG, going and extending. All this flirtation, and now you win the World Cup, and now they want to extend you?
I mean,
very unbecoming.
I mean, that's what you get for wanting him to win. Him winning makes him want to stay. But also, it's a verbal agreement. Until there's pen to paper, I don't believe it.
Just like the recruits.
Yeah, the soccer rumors do seem to be very willy-nilly.
Yeah.
Well, it's not like
they're like right up there with Kane's coaching rumors.
No. John Gruden.
What about Carlos Correa?
Well, that seemed like it just turned overnight.
I think they tried to get out of it.
Maybe.
Because I don't.
But look, whatever, dude. Who needs Messi? Whatever. I mean, you don't want to come over here and take over a league? That's fine.
You do this with every sport.
I don't want him.
And every team down here.
Smart investment, if you ask me. Who wants to invest in an elderly Lionel Messi?
I could create a list.
On the back end.
No. I could create a list of guys that didn't end up down here, and you said no guts.
You could make a starting 11 of that.
Yes. In every sport.
I know. You know why? I'll tell you what the truth is.
Jimmy Butler.
I'll tell you what the truth is.
Yeah.
Kyle Lowry.
Yep.
This David Beckham, he's got these eyes on the real prize.
Let's not talk about it. Bradley.
Oh, I don't want him. He's a flirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about Kevin Durant?
I was in Kevin Durant, but you know,
Kawhi.
He went back to the Nets, tail between his legs.
Didn't we even have this about Kyrie?
I did want Kyrie.
Okay. That's not even talking about when you were driving down that Aventura and people said, so Kawhi, so you went to go see
Kawhi, with the picture of him at Chipotle?
Him at the Chipotle.
I mean, what do you like?
The things you believe, man.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not against it. People always look at rumors and they say, "Oh, what are your sources?" I always say, maybe that guy's onto something. That's how I go about it.
I mean,
I'm a very optimistic person.
That's why everybody on this show gets drip skylarked. Because of you.
No, that's not true.
You fall for everything.
That's not true.
To be fair, when Shaq got traded to Phoenix, wasn't it like a caller?
Yeah, it was like a caller to Sedano show or Lebatard. I don't remember which one, but like, yeah, the guy's like, yeah, when Shaq got traded to Phoenix. When he got traded to Phoenix, he's like, yeah, Shaq's he's on his way to Phoenix. I think the guy like ran a CVS or something like that. You never know. You never know. There were a lot of people on the day LeBron was getting here. I remember all the texters. There were people like, I work at this hotel. There's a huge party set up for tonight. And they're like, LeBron's coming down here.
And then there was those pictures when LeBron left. All his cars.
Yep. Yeah, wasn't Sedano boots on the ground for that one too?
Was at the end of the block giving up.
Sedano and Skolnick, just boots on the ground.
You know what? You might have a point.
Didn't they stock Ray Allen? Yep. I think that's happened. I'm telling you, just never know.
People were trying to track that plane,
anyway,
that Payne Manning plane.
You're a firm believer of kicking over the tires of all stories.
Yeah, exactly. I'm a tire kicker.
You're susceptible to drip skylark.
You are susceptible, but I tell you what, when you're in the muck like I am, you can smell out BS a lot quicker. It's okay. Or you can just move on to the next thing.
But you never smell the BS.
No, he never does. He never does. Or the second part of that is 100% correct.
I'll tell you one thing.
You just keep it moving.
Yeah.
Oops. Oopsie. Keep it moving.
I'll tell you one thing. It's Messi. Forget about him. Mbappe's better anyway. We're getting him. Pinks are getting that dude. Well, how old is he?
He's like 22.
We're going to get that dude in like 10 years.
He's only 22?
23.
23?
He just had a birthday.
Oh, dude, my goodness.
You wait in 15 years when the Pinks finally are in Miami. We're going to get him.
Sure that stadium's going to be done by then?
Maybe.
I mean,
along with Palmetto.
He's the new guy, right? He's the new dude.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Yeah. I mean, that guy's good.
No, you
basically almost won him the game for them.
I know.
By himself.
I mean, think about it. there's only a handful of soccer players that I know firsthand. He's one of them.
Yeah, and I learned of him in the middle of that game.
No, I heard that's all they talk about when when you talk about European soccer. That's all they talk about is Mbappe.
He won a World Cup 4 years ago.
Did he?
Yes.
Wow. So he was like 19?
Yes, he's the youngest player since Pele to score in a final.
That's amazing. This guy's good.
Only him and Pele, only teenagers to score in a World Cup final.
That's cool.
What happened? I was watching the game.
Listen, I was probably busy watching like UFC that night when he was like, something was going on. Sorry. I'll see him when he's here.
Who?
Mbappe.
I mean, you're assuming you're gonna be here.
I just meant the World Cup.
I was gonna say you assuming you're gonna be here.
You just kill me in 15 years?
No, I'm just saying.
Well, I'm not gonna be banned from the from soccer, even if I'm fired from here, which is inevitable.
Oh yeah, okay.
Let's get to some headlines brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Supercenter. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know truck.
Hey, Panthers. Losing. Again.
I watched the game. Here, I watched the game. It was 2-0, then 2-1.
Yep.
And then when Guy went all karate chop and scored the goal to tie it, they disallowed it. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna watch. Then I saw just a crazy goal, 2-2. I mean, like, all right, like this isn't going well. And then I saw the final, 4-2.
Yep.
Your boy not looking too good.
Well, I mean, they didn't want him there. They were trying to give it to Spencer Knight. Kid's not ready. Wake up.
Not ready.
Because they made him.
He's more ready than what we saw last night.
What? I mean, dude, he just gave up 7 goals.
This coach kind of sucks too.
He sucks.
Who?
Maurice. Nobody wanted him. You want to talk about as soon as he got hired, it was like, I don't want this guy. Most losses in NHL
You didn't
history.
even know who he was.
Dude, the first thing that came out as soon as he was hired was like, dude, they
Very
hired
average.
the most losses in NHL history. They're like, that's not good. And then, Brunette's getting the tribute yesterday. What? Why did they get rid of this guy? Comes in the middle of a Coach Q scandal? That's fine. Yeah, they got embarrassed in the playoffs. Okay. It's the Lightning. They're a generational team. For this? With his glasses? Come on.
I got to tell you, they interviewed him in between periods,
Hmm?
and I was like, that's what he looks like.
Not impressed?
No, I was just like, I didn't, because the old school hockey coaches, they got that look, like that, almost like Barry Melrose, right? That's hockey look.
And that's why he has the most losses in the
And he
NHL
looks
history.
like Spo, right? Like a basketball
Take it
coach
easy.
in the suit,
Yeah,
his
take it easy, bro.
glasses.
Take it easy.
What?
Don't compare him to Spo.
I'm just saying, like a basketball coach. Spo's a basketball coach. He doesn't look like, one of the reasons why we start to show off when we want to chop you in the throat. You knew what the hell I was talking about, but you made it a point to point it out, right? Like you're an imbecile, like you couldn't figure it out. Meanwhile, you got you over tonight. You're gonna text me with something where you're lining up stars, figuring out the equation, and boom, we got Kyrie. Something like that. But you can't figure out that I'm really not saying he looks like Spo.
Are you mad because you're wearing a Carolina Panthers sweatshirt and they cut you loose?
Here's the problem. Okay.
Because I've never seen you wear Panther swag ever.
No, here's the problem. I have a bunch of it because they send me something every year.
Why?
The Vikings send me stuff every year.
That I understand.
And the Browns.
Yeah, but
right?
why are the Panthers sending
Because
you stuff?
Former player.
They didn't even give you socks.
A former player. Right.
Barely former player.
The stuff that they send me, now that I'm not there, is more expensive than the stuff they charged me for when I was playing.
Makes no sense.
No sense.
I mean, they do have a really rich owner, so I mean that's not. But they've been doing this for a while, yeah.
I was there with the old guy,
The weird guy,
Richardson.
Yeah,
the old leg
Right.
shaver.
Right. So, yeah, I don't know.
You weren't there though when they unveiled the statue of himself, though.
No,
Is that statue still there?
I mean,
And with the Panthers?
I
took a picture of that statue.
Can I just say this? You have to be a different level human being to say, I'm going to put a statue of myself anywhere, right?
Hmm?
Seems kind of just...
It's a little
Right.
unctuous. It's a little
Right,
much.
Right. It's a little much.
You know?
That's just that would be the equivalent to if D Wade just went and put D Wade Boulevard on the street he wanted.
If he wants it ever up there, he might have to.
Yeah.
Waiting, Mayor Suarez.
He's
Still
still,
says 7th Ave there, dude.
he's still the mayor?
Yeah.
We're gonna be.
I think he's always the mayor. I don't think he's like ever gonna leave. I think he's like lifetime mayor.
Oh, really?
Because it feels like he's been the mayor for like how long? 12 years? How long has this guy been mayor?
I don't know.
They don't have limits?
I don't
I'm
know.
pretty sure they do, but we're gonna be underwater by the time they put that sign up.
And then the only thing that's going to be exposed is a sign.
Maybe when he's a Hall of Famer, because another headline is Dwayne Wade officially a Hall of Fame nominee.
Hey.
Oh no, you can say like my text.
Pretty much. That's where he was going.
So-
You're a bastard.
He was going
So,
there.
so let me see. So well, I get a text, right? It's a picture. D Wade and another player, right? Oh, Dum Dum says some things are better left unsaid.
That's not what
Right.
I said.
No, what did it say?
I said
Like
classic
not
case of
posted.
I said classic case of not everything needs a post.
Right.
There.
And it was because
Guess who the other player was?
the Heat congratulated Dwayne Wade on his nomination. And then, strangely, Sean Marion, the Matrix.
But is he gonna? He's gonna be a Hall of Famer though, right?
No, he's not. Not
No.
this class. This class is like Dirk, Tony Parker, Greg Popovich, Dwayne Wade. You ain't making it, dude.
I mean, I know it's pretty easy to get into the basketball.
no,
Hall of Fame,
but my
I don't
question
think
is
you-
this.
I don't know.
Is there a limit on how many people?
I don't think so.
I don't think so, but Sean Marion ain't making the Hall of Fame, dude. The
Huh?
Matrix?
Yeah, but you have to understand it's basketball.
How
It's
many
not
All-Star
just,
games is the Matrix made?
it's basketball.
I
It's
understand.
not
but-
just.
well, what was Sean Marion's
So,
great
for
collegiate
example, think about
rec-
this. I'll give you a perfect example. How good of a pro was Christian Laettner?
But he was a great college player.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I don't know where Sean Marion went to school. I don't know what he did in college.
My
It's
point
his
exactly.
whole career. So how do you know he didn't have a
Look,
I feel
maybe
like we wouldn't know that.
look. I don't think he's going to the Hall of Fame, but I'll tell you one thing: he certainly doesn't need his 1.5 seasons with the Heat getting an IG post for it.
hey, who has the ugliest shot?
He's up there.
With who's twisty ball?
Kid Gilchrist.
Joke him.
Yeah, Yoga. Yeah.
I was like, Sean Marion's getting an IG post from the Heat.
They're nice.
He's like Mike Bibby getting a post from the Heat. Congratulations on your Hall of Fame nominee, Mike.
He had that one good game, though.
That would almost be the equivalent to Shaq congratulating
The Celtics.
congratulating Chris Quinn and when he get a head coaching job.
I see what you're saying,
Yeah. Like no.
man. All right, we'll take a quick break. You guys can text us at 305-567-0560.
Oh, 560.
You guys can also watch us now on YouTube. We are streaming live there. Go subscribe. WQAM is our page there. Still streaming live on Twitch as well. Miami 560 WQAM is our channel there. We're back after this.
you got to be careful.
Did you see
Because
that?
I could have came in hot. I didn't know we were on air. And you know me.
Yeah, you'll
you
drop an
kind of
F-bomb.
just turned on your mic
Yeah.
willy-nilly.
Yeah.
What?
You turned on your own mic.
That's true.
You didn't even let Steven do it.
I always turn on
No,
my
he
mic.
does. He's one of the few that actually does it himself.
I do it myself.
So do
It's a
I.
button. It's called on.
Sometimes I got to turn on your mic, Leroy.
I'm sorry. -1 for sass. That was inappropriate. I apologize. Self-sanctioned. That's on me.
-1.
See what I
for sass.
wait. I literally think, you know what? If we make it through the end of the year with me not choking him out, it's gonna be a step in the right direction.
Wow.
I mean, you made it this far
Well,
without
I
choking
mean,
him
you
out.
got like what, 2 days?
Especially the last 2 weeks. Right? The last 2 weeks, you put me on edge with your nonsense, your tomfoolery.
Wow. But did you see
Miami
that video
misery.
I sent to the group chat?
Of what?
That dominatrix who went to the Broward County meeting yesterday?
I saw that video.
That was crazy. This lady like walks up to the podium, I guess, because she's a citizen of Broward, so she can go to the Broward meeting. And
I
I
got
got
her 1 minute.
So what were they doing? They were giving her like, it was like they're gonna spend $1 million on something with waste, right? And waste disposal. And she's like, we all know you're up here cheating on your wives. Why don't we just spend $250 of that $1 million on a dungeon? I was like, whoa. And she goes, and by the way, you may all address me as mistress. I was like, damn, good for her. And I gotta tell you, I feel like they all walked away intrigued with her.
Who's her 2 friends?
I would imagine her subs, dude.
Is she big in Colorado?
She looks like she could be big in Colorado, Jake.
Okay.
She definitely looks a little gone.
Okay.
But that was crazy. I was like, whoa, look at her. Just strutting up there in all leather. All you could see was her lips. Had like the black mask over there. And eloquently gave her a minute. And you know what? Sold me. I think Broward needs to give $250,000 to a dungeon, dude. Let's go. Chop, chop.
You'd be amazed at what they do spend money on. So why not?
Yeah. What are you gonna do? Some art? Like I just drove by here and there was like some giant potted plant. I'm like, how much do you think it took to put that there? And who cares about that thing? So shout out to her getting it done.
The things that amuse you.
Oh, dude, this is amazing.
It was circling the gram yesterday.
Yeah, somebody sent it to me on Instagram yesterday.
I love how it was on Because Miami, but it's in Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah, that's more of a because Florida, but
Can I just say this? It's easier to say you're from Miami when you live this far down here.
But if you're in Fort Lauderdale, you're not.
Well, I technically live in Davie.
Yeah, you don't live
So
in
when
Miami.
you say if you say, hey, where do you live? I usually say South Florida. Because if you say Davie, then you got to answer a whole bunch of other damn questions. Well, where is that?
Davey feels like it would have interesting town hall meetings.
That's
like,
true.
Probably have like cowboys rolling in there like it's
Some
Yellowstone.
horses.
Dude, I'm telling you, it still catches me off guard when I'm driving my truck, avoiding all the damn road ducks. And there's like 3 or 4 people just trotting by on horses.
It's something, dude.
Yep.
I barely drive through Davie and I have seen the horses.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, this is where we're at. Cool.
Yeah. You know when you hit Davie.
Yeah.
Because
See the tumbleweeds. It goes,
and they tried to put a notice out, but it doesn't matter because all the teenagers have the golf carts.
Yeah.
And the four-wheelers, and they're just going crazy.
Dirt
It's going to be a
bikes.
bad accident because
I
they
don't
drive
know.
carelessly.
I kind of feel like they just come out of the womb with recklessness in them.
Kind of sounds like you talking about white folks.
Anyway,
hey, you go up to Buffalo. You see any black people jumping on and blasting tables and chairs?
I can't say that I recall a
Oh, no,
video
you
of it,
don't
but I
recall.
can't
I'm
say
telling
I
you.
don't know
Never
if
seen
it
it.
is.
I'm gonna go ahead on and jump out on the limb and say
I don't think you can
no.
just say that willy nilly.
Yes, I
black
can.
people have jumped.
Yes,
on
I
the table
can.
in Bill's
The
Mafia.
guy who gets all that ketchup thrown on him, he's not black.
I don't think you guys
Right.
can just say that
What are you
there's
talking
never been a
about?
black person to jump through a table at a Bill's tailgate.
Hey, let me ask you this.
Are there black people in Buffalo?
Yeah, they all play on the team. Hey, No, actually, I know a high school teammate of mine lives in Buffalo because he played for Buffalo and he stays there.
Mm.
But so let me get this straight. You're telling me, okay, that when you look and they do the panoramic view of the stadium, any stadium up north, you ever seen any naked black people? You ever seen-
Shirtless?
Yes.
No.
Okay. Thank you. I'm just saying. There's certain things. It's okay. It's not being racist.
By the way, speaking of fans,
It's only racist if it's not true. Somebody send me a picture of a naked black person when it's 20 degrees.
did you guys see?
Standing next to Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Did you guys see at the Heat Bulls game the fans misspelling? Was it Showtime? They had the W and the O switched.
Yes.
We got crushed for that.
It's a precursor to that game.
You guys need to do better, okay? Whoever has those letters, all right. We already got
That didn't come back to the that didn't, like you don't have friends that like when you go out with your friends, right? And y'all get dressed. Somebody don't like a friend don't go, oh no, girl. No, go.
To
Don't-
change?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Gotta
So
keep it in
how
check.
does a sign
My
get
friend-
out?
My friend knows. And then she'll be like, are you wearing that? To be nicer.
Yeah.
And that's when I know.
Why is that? Because Dale goes, it's Showtime. Is that why that was there? Like, why do they even have it say Showtime? It should say Spo time.
Mm.
If anything, that makes much more sense.
Really? That's what we doing?
What?
Point for Tobin.
Maybe it was a P.
Can I tell you a trust tree thing that I had yesterday? Can I tell you a little? Don't judge me.
Oh my God,
See,
please
you,
say it.
I think you're gonna like this,
find
though.
it. I find it hard to believe that you could sit here and ask not to be judged when you throw haymakers at everybody in the world, right?
I saw this video yesterday.
Did you start
I think you'll
crying?
like this. I think you'll like this because you like bigs on the Heat. You know, I think you'll enjoy this. I was watching this video yesterday on Instagram.
Oh, no.
It looked pretty good. Why's that tickle your fancy?
-1.
dude.
Are you that desperate?
Dude, no. It could be anybody else in the world to ask me that. It cannot be him.
Why not?
What?
What do you mean? We brought Beasley back a bunch of times.
When Hassan Whiteside left, you closed that door.
It was bad.
No.
I've never
Yeah,
seen anybody
no,
get
no.
booed like that.
You closed that door.
Mhm.
Okay.
We got
Stop.
shooters.
It was a
Stop.
bad breakup.
Okay.
It was with Shaq too. They put his number in the rafters. Fences have been mended.
Shaq won a title. Please stop.
What is wrong with you? You just compared. He got mad at me for comparing.
Just a little bit roll.
Right? He got mad at me for comparing. And this dude just compared Shaq to Hassan Whiteside.
Give me 15.
-1 for just stupidity.
-1.
I mean, I'm not hating. I'm just saying, like, I was watching work out, like, oh, he doesn't have a team.
You know, the second he gets here, you're gonna regret it, right?
Perhaps.
Okay, so then you just
I
don't
can't
do it.
rule that out. But also,
I
you can.
can. You're gonna be within his first week of playing basketball for the Heat.
who doesn't love a good reunion?
Listen, a good reunion is D Wade in the Heat.
Mhm.
Okay, that's not a good.
Spell brought back bees.
Huh?
Brought back bees.
Bees is different though.
He's like the goofy little brother.
Yeah, he never. I don't even like. Do we even remember him talking?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Super cool bees.
Oh, yeah.
But you know what I mean? He's harmless.
All right. I mean,
Like, are you kidding me?
it was just, I just had a thought. I was just, sitting on my bed last night on my pillow. And I was like, Hassan Whiteside
Because you
working out.
know,
No team.
Here's what Hassan Whiteside is going to think, and you idiots don't understand this. He gonna come back and say, "Ooh, they big shoot threes." I'm telling
I
you.
mean, Dedmon
He's-
does shoot threes.
Wait, he's gonna come here with the whole different attitude than you think he should be here with, because that's what he was when he was here. You think that changed?
He knows the system.
Huh?
He knows the system.
Does he?
Yeah.
He didn't like the system when he was here.
Right.
But it's a different time now. He's not like a
Oh,
$100 million player.
No, he's jobless.
He's out of the league right now.
Well, you think he's hungry? Is that what it is?
Maybe. Heat lifer.
Don't.
Everybody's a heat lifer. You don't just get to
No,
take
he's-
away his
he's
heat
not.
lifer status.
Then why?
Sean Marion's
Can I ask
more
you a
of a heat
question?
lifer.
Third all
Can
time
I ask you a question?
Bucks.
Can I ask you a question? Hold on. Then why did you hate on Sean Marion?
What about Sean Marion? What about him? I didn't hate on Sean Marion. What I said was a little ridiculous to give him an IG post. He's here for like a year.
Rather
For
give him an
someone
You
who
idea.
just
doesn't wanna be
said-
judged
you
for
just
what you
said-
you're judging everyone.
Right. You just said
Mm-hmm.
once a Heat player, Heat life or Heat life forever, right? Didn't I say that?
See, well, look at
doesn't-
the technicality here.
Look,
Here we
Sean-
go.
Sean-
Here we go.
Go wiggling.
Sean Marion can
FBI.
I'll tell you what.
Everybody, go.
Sean Marion can come back. They can put him on the jumbotron and be like, "Hey, Heat fans, Sean Marion." We don't really need to congratulate him on the Hall of Fame.
Golf clap.
Yeah. Hey, Heat fans,
telling you right now.
Jamario Moon.
I'm telling you right now.
Jamar Moon was for like 5 games here.
Hey, here's what's gonna happen.
That one dunk though.
If he does get in the Hall of Fame, everybody gonna say, "Ooh, he played for the Heat," including
He's gonna
him.
count him as a
Yes!
Heat Hall of Famer.
I mean, it appears that they have. Well, hold on. You can't get mad at me. The team has already laid the groundwork for that.
Yeah, you complained about it.
You are.
Just did here's the thing.
Wait, he goes.
I would be,
I mean, he did everything to say.
I'll tell you why.
He did everything but reply to the post. This is a bit much, right?
Here's why it's a bit much. You're doing it on the date Dwayne Wade gets nominated. You
But
can't. No.
Can't put him on the same post.
You can't give the same graphic to Sean Marion that Dwayne Wade gets. I'm sorry, you can't.
Why?
It's a social media.
Is it accurate? Is it an accurate post?
It's not a necessary post, or at least do it the next day. Give Dwayne his own time.
So you want to go?
You
D.
can't.
Wade nominated for the Hall of Fame, and then tomorrow, oh yeah,
Hold on.
Sean Marion too.
And you know,
right.
you guys.
That's worse.
Listen, I love everybody in that building. You know the markets; they do a fantastic job. But Sean, who is really scrambling in Heat Nation and being like, Dwayne Wade nominated for the Hall of Fame? We are all fired up. We're gonna honor this great man, this great career, this Heat legend, this Miami sports legend. Who is in the marketing department that says, "Wait, everybody, Sean Marion also got nominated. He needs a post."
I feel like someone in the marketing department just saw that and
No,
they're like, "Oh,
I just think
he's still
who
playing."
was nominated? Boop bloop. Heat guys. That's what he
You
did.
would you have felt better if it was in a slide like Dwayne Wade first,
No,
and then like they flipped it
No.
and it was
I would have liked it better if it was Dwayne Wade, then like 3 more Dwayne Wade posts. And then the next day would be like, also, how about a head nod to Sean Marion?
I'm pretty sure you still would have said the same thing.
No, I wouldn't have.
Yes, you
Wait.
would.
Yes,
I was saying, I was like,
Wait.
Sean Marion.
So there were always going to be a time constraint, right? So if it was 2 days, he was like, we couldn't have did this after Christmas. We had to do it this close, right? You
yeah, pretty much.
but you always.
I'm saying you
couldn't
can,
do this
I
during the
love-
you
All
can
Star
do a
break."
nice thing.
I
for
love the way he picks a situation and he acts like he would be different if this had happened.
he
But
knows.
we all know he's a liar.
You could do something nice for Sean Marion, but here's what it's like. It would be like getting your wife a diamond ring, and then also a woman you dated for 2 weeks in high school a diamond ring, and you gave them to them both on Christmas in front of each
No.
other.
You would know that, Mr. Two
No,
Wives.
see,
Was it
here's the
bad?
deal. First of all, you're playing with fire.
Hmm?
Here's why. Whenever you buy your wife, girlfriend,
Mhm.
significant other a gift,
Mm-hmm.
that gift better not be nothing close to what you gave somebody else.
Yeah, you're making my point for me.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
I'm not buying an ex-girlfriend a diamond ring
Then why are we honoring Sean Marion the same day as Dwayne Wade?
because that's when the nominations came out.
Come on. How many of you people listening right now really remember Sean Marion on the Heat? I do, but how many people listening on this show, listening in the audience right now really remember, I remember the Sean Marion games.
Humble Legend says.
You want to know
he is
why?
Just a
I
little...
know you didn't because I was at those games and none of you were there.
Very aggressive.
You're right. Do you understand the lengths this dude will go to just to make this point that D Wade should have got? And what's the proper time frame?
You also
A
want
day. I just told you a day.
But if
That's
you would have did it a day,
Dude, I
you
am
would've
sitting.
still.
Dude, no, I
We know
wouldn't have.
you.
No, I
We
wouldn't have.
know you. You are such a
You're
liar.
such bad. Like,
I don't even
what?
think a month would be enough for him.
No,
Let me-
right.
let me see how
Wait,
many-
In fact, if Sean, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Because basketball Hall of Fame is the easiest to get into. If
Agreed.
Sean Marion gets into the Hall of Fame and he's going with D Wade, then what?
He's not.
No.
I do agree with Tobin on that. He's not.
No, I'm just
It'd be funny if he would though.
right. Then what would you say?
Wow, he actually reposted it.
Who?
Sean Marion.
Oh my goodness, this guy. You don't stop.
You know, Dave South says that he thinks that Tennessee Moonshine did a number on
Did
you
the
because
Suns
after
even post
that,
anything for him?
He hasn't been the same.
They had to.
If the Suns didn't post anything for him, I'm telling you right now, if the Suns didn't post anything for Sean Marion, I get a point because my point is made.
Wait, no. You first of all, you don't give other people.
Let's see. I'm looking right now.
He's probably fake Instagram.
I'm looking
gramming.
right, JFig. Looking right now. I'm on the Suns account. 0 posts for Sean Marion. The Suns, the team people actually remember him on.
You're still not getting the point.
That's a point for Steven.
How many people liked the post by Sean Marion? Let me see. D Wade. Look at this.
Wow.
How ridiculous. is that?
Jeremy Reeves.
Right next to each other. Look at that. What are we doing? D Wade, Sean Marion. Let's compare likes. Dwayne Wade, 82,000. All right. Sean Marion, 16,000. That's even a bit much.
What's your deal, man?
Why are you so? You're the
Sean
worst.
Marion.
You also know why no one saw those games is because we won 10 games that season.
First 2 comments. Question mark?
Tobin, you like
You
the
sure it
post.
wasn't you?
Not the Sean Marion one.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
My account's right here. Don't
Why'd
lie.
you unlike it?
I didn't unlike it. You're being a charlatan right now, and I don't like it.
He's been a charlatan.
J-Fig's being a snake.
You're the worst. You're the worst. That guy
So no,
was an NBA, NBA
he's a great player.
player,
He was a 4-time All-Star.
He's a champion.
champion.
Yeah.
He was. Beat our asses.
The Mavs. Coattail rider.
You don't think, right? That Sean Marion, I don't think it's that far of a reach that he gets in.
He's not getting in this.
Where did he go to school?
Exactly.
I mean,
I'm checking it out for you.
Minus
UNLV.
1 for sass.
You're being really sassy. today.
UNLV.
Mhm.
So he probably has some run at UNLV.
He played for 2 years.
Okay.
He played at some school I've never heard of. The Census? I don't know what that is.
Oh, he did the old.
JUCO, I guess.
Yeah.
Take a break. Back after this.
It's for me. In 21, can you do something for me?
All right, welcome back. Tobin and Leroy. Did I do the thing again where I caught you off guard with the mic? Is that what happened? Hey, can you give us a weather update from the Nemesman and Dover Law Firm, youraccidentattorneys.com. Free consultations 24/7. Call them at 866-954-MORE.
Winds are light out of the northwest. See those clouds going right to left?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Out about the northwest, it's a little chilly, right? So I would guess it's about 70, 77, 70, 75, 77 degrees. Gonna get colder. So get ready.
I
Bundle up,
cannot wait
everybody.
because it is hot.
Really?
It's hot.
See, it would be a little bit cooler if you didn't wear that black outfit everywhere.
It's only a black shirt.
No, the
Leroy.
one that you wore to the
Next, continue with your weather.
yeah, it's gonna be a nice couple of days. It's just gonna be a little chilly. But other than that, yeah. See, look, what I tell you, it's coming out of the west. Look at the plains, left to right.
Sure, I'll take your word for it.
I will say every day I work with you guys, I'm more impressed.
He's a golfer.
Yeah, no.
Go for
He's
it.
a golfer.
You guys think that that's not a thing?
We're streaming
Well,
live.
I believe it's a thing now.
We're streaming live on YouTube, by the way. We started this week, so you guys can catch us 5-6 WQAM. Go subscribe with it. Get a notification every time we go live, which, spoiler alert, is 10 a.m. And we do that till 2 p.m. So you guys can check us there. We'll also put the clips up there, but we're also streaming live, of course, still on Miami 560 WQAM on Twitch and on the Odyssey app.
Send me some snack money.
Let's get to a Dolphins injury report brought to you by UHealth, University of Miami Sports Medicine Institute experts. Treat athletes of all levels, elite pros, active adults, and youth athletes. Recover your game. Visit uhealthsportsmedicine.com. Yesterday, Leroy, no Teron Armstead and no Javon Holland at practice.
Well, he was banged up during the game.
He got a
so we knew.
stinger.
Yeah,
You ever get a stinger?
look at me.
Moving on.
I was a battering ram. What do you think? That was the least of my problems.
He said that he looked like,
Stinger?
like Javon Holland said he looked like Bobby Boucher.
It does.
What does the thing do? Is that like just to take shock? Like, what does that
What?
neck thing do?
The
when
neck thing?
Yeah.
It stops your head from
Moving.
Yeah.
No. Oh, yeah, because he was like, yeah, we were playing man, but I couldn't really look around. I was like, well,
I feel like if you need protection for that, you shouldn't be playing.
probably should have been playing, right?
Dude, you'll be amazed.
Made it
How
great.
about this? So we were playing Seattle, and you know my guy, Steve Everett. Well, Steve Everett used to tape his ponytail in the back with regular tape, the same tape you used to do your ankles.
So unnecessary.
He was dude has left a game. He wore his this happened too. He wore his turf shoes to a game. They packed his turf shoes. So when we walked to the bus, he was barefoot. He didn't even so this is an NFL player.
What did he do with the ponytail after the game was over?
Wait.
Did he cut it?
No, he just ripped the tape off. So during the game, we're in the red zone. We run. I get my finger hooked on something, and it's over here. So we're in the huddle. Like it's 40 seconds. I take it and I straighten it out, but it's still like not real. It's almost straight, but not quite. So I say, anybody got any tape? They go, Steve does. He took the tape out of his hair. I taped it up and then kept going. This was all in 40 seconds.
Jesus.
It's like a pit stop.
Yeah.
But it was like, oh man, he was at like he would have to clean up to get too nasty. Right. No, this is no lie. He had a roommate, Schaefer. He played offensive line also. I don't know how to say this.
I feel like I know this story.
Instead of going to the bathroom, they would just poop in a pizza box and do it and empty the box in the morning.
That's so gross. Why?
Because
Bunch of cavemen.
But that's it. That's it. But guess what is
Didn't
major?
want to
Wait.
walk down to the dorm.
You wanna know something even-
bathrooms.
Even more incredible. Guess what his major was?
Science.
Art. He is a
Oh, I know that about
incredible
Steve.
artist.
Yeah. I thought you were talking about the other box pooper.
No, he ended up doing wrestling.
Of course.
Yeah. So he was kind of built like a fat Nacho Libre.
That's redundant though.
What? Well, no, remember.
Nacho
Wait,
Libre
who
was
was-
fat.
Oh, you remember when who was the guy from King of Queens? Remember he did that? What was that movie he did where he had to get in really, really good shape?
Oh, Kevin James. Yeah,
Kevin
when he played
James.
Here Comes the Boom.
Yeah. So
He beat a UFC heavyweight. It made total sense.
all I remember is him doing the show and what's her name? Leah Remini.
Craig Minervini was in that movie, wasn't he? Didn't he? Didn't
He
he like-
was?
I feel like he was on the show. He told us, didn't he watch like hockey with the Fonz or something like that?
All I remember is that I was watching an episode of King of Queens
Mhm.
and she said, "No, babe, I love when you sweat peeling an orange." Right? Like
We'll take a quick break. Dolphins Pro Bowlers have been announced. We'll
Can I guess?
get to that. Yes, you can. Next segment.
Okay.
And Tyreek Hill has a Pro Bowl idea. Coming up next. It's our Tua. It's our Tua. It's our Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Tonga Valoa. Not
Tua Tagovailoa.
A for effort. Dolphins quarterback.
Tua.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua.
Tua.
Tua, Tua, Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Chris Sims can go to hell. Tua Tagovailoa. Dolphins quarterback. I love Christmas.
Our Tua with Tobin and Leroy.
Check the history of food.
Hour 2 of the program, ladies and gentlemen.
So,
Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM, taking you up till 2.
I think I may have been a little too harsh on our man,
On who?
Trevor.
Oh.
So we were in there, and I told J Fig, hey, when you start dating, me and Tobin got to vet your new boyfriend.
Which I thought was
Right.
an awful idea.
Yeah.
He said that's
Kinda
awful.
scary.
Especially going
she's
through-
never going to do that.
Especially going through Tobin.
Right. So I said that. So we were laughing at it or whatever. Say, I know the questions to ask. I have a daughter. I know what's up. So Trevor says to
Wait.
J Fig,
Wait, you don't want to tell him that you were grilling a 7-year-old at one point?
Yeah.
no, because my daughter had a birthday party. She was like in the second grade, third grade. One of her friends came over, little 7-year-old. I said, let me holler at you, little fella. What are your intentions with my daughter? We just friends. And my wife say, what are you doing? He's 7. I say, but in 10 years, he's going to be 17. I need to set the tone for how this is going to go in the
Wow.
future.
Which I think is brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I told J Fig the same thing.
Mhm.
Right.
Mhm.
We get ready to leave. Come back in here. Trevor goes, hey, J Fig, will you vet my girlfriend? I said, whoa, player. You got to get a girl first.
And that's when we walked in laughing.
You can't just
It's
drop
just the way
you
that
on
he
people
said
like
it.
right away.
What do you mean?
You know, there's a lot of new faces around here. Trevor's been around here for what, like 7 months or something like that.
What?
You know, you're like,
I got to warm him up
You
first.
gotta warm him up. Yeah, you gotta give him a couple soft tosses.
Nah, that's not Leroy's
You-
thing.
you-
He didn't warm me up.
You come in and you start throwing heaters immediately.
Yeah.
You're in here. You're like Rob Nen.
Oh, you should see the new people that I've
I know.
yeah. I told one of the new salespeople, I say, hey, I'm Leroy. They say, hey, and I said, we won't be seeing much of each other.
Anyway, let's get to our headlines brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Supercenter. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
All right, so the NFL has announced starting in 2023, Sunday ticket will only be available through YouTube. It is an add-on package for YouTube TV, and it is for 7 years, and it is $2.5 billion per year.
7, it's 3.5, 15.5
Sheesh.
billion dollars. Wow. That could buy the whole AFC East.
According to Pro Football Talk, they were in talks with Apple, but Apple reportedly wanted to make it cheaper for customers. Idiots. They thought that was going to work with the
But here's
The
the deal, though.
audacity.
What about this?
Here's the
NFL.
deal.
What if we make it more available to people?
Here's the deal, though.
Goodbye.
Here's the deal, though.
Yeah.
What's the most important part of that? So if they say we'll give you 20 billion, then we can do this. Would the NFL take that, or do they get a cut of what these companies charge for the ticket?
I think they just get the rights money. I think that the people
Then what's the problem?
I think that YouTube can charge whatever they want.
So, but what's the problem?
I don't know.
Why couldn't Apple do that then?
I don't know. I don't have Apple's details. I just have that blurb.
No,
that
I
says they
know,
want
but
to
I'm
make it-
saying if they did, if they're only buying the rights,
probably thought they could make money.
huh?
They probably thought they could make the money. mean, how many people have Apple TV?
You think they're doing?
As
It
opposed
was-
to
it-
YouTube.
It was a like, when it first came out, like they were selling it with computers and stuff like that. Apple TV.
Yeah.
Apple TV.
No, like I just got a new phone and it's like you
I
can
got
get
one.
3 months of Apple TV if you want.
I
for free. I'm
have
like,
one of the little boxes. Never used it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Ted Lasso as much as the next guy. And by that I mean I've never watched an episode. So I don't know. I just YouTube.
They have like Apple has good stuff. Like some of their stuff on TV is cool, but they haven't gotten like
The traction.
right.
I don't feel like they have.
Right, because we said the same thing about Amazon, but Amazon just starts spending money willy-nilly on movies and shows and stuff like that.
But how many good things does Amazon have? Because I only watch The Boys on there.
They got a lot of good stuff.
Do they?
The thing I just like about Amazon, it just feels easier to add stuff on too. I
Yes.
don't know. Like I just like the interface better.
What, the stick?
Yeah. Just like the way just moving around and stuff. Like when I've used Apple TV, I'm just like, this sucks.
But my Prime is on my TV. I don't
Yeah,
even use
plen-
my stick.
Yeah, plenty of them are just built in it now.
And the other thing is,
Mhm.
that stick is not used for that kind of stuff. My stick is used for el boot leg.
Did you just make bootleg Spanish for no reason?
Yeah.
I did not know where that was going.
Me
I was
neither,
I was
dude.
very worried.
Anyway, so DirecTV.
Worried? Why would you be worried when I say something? Should be worried about Knucklehead over here.
DirecTV, I look forward to our marriage ending in 3 weeks. I'll see you. And by the
Listen-
way, I've only kept them around because they've given me NFL ticket for free for like the last 5 seasons.
Really?
You keep threatening to cancel?
I actually didn't. They actually called unsolicited. They're just like, you've been a loyal customer because I've had them since I moved in the house. So I've had them for like 10 years. And like 5 years ago, they were like, you stuck with us and we're going to give you NFL ticket. I was like, for free. I'm like, okay. So like next year when I don't cancel this, they're going to charge me a gazillion dollars. And they never did, to their credit, But
Alright.
that being said, the only thing I really also use you for now is watching Heat games. And I think I get those on like Plus now. So 3 more weeks. See you, DirecTV.
I got to tell you,
Does anybody
There-
have that, by the way? Just as an aside, does anybody use that Bally Plus? Is it any good? Or do most people watch Heat locally? Like they just using it in their cable package?
I thought about getting it, but then I saw the price. I'm like, I'm not paying all
What is
that.
the price?
It's a lot of money.
Is it really?
Not worth it.
Really? All right.
I just think that with all these different places to watch sports, one would think it would be cheaper,
You would think that.
right? And what's going to
That's
happen
one of the
is,
things that infuriated me with DAZN. Like, because I'm used to buying stuff to stream. Like, as a fight fan,
yeah,
that just comes with the territory.
but don't sell it in.
DAZN is criminal.
Didn't ESPN just raise their prices on the UFC pay-per-views?
Did they for pay-per-views? They might
Think
have.
So
They might have.
Yeah, but they didn't sell it with the idea that you were going to get fights cheaper.
Yeah, the DAZN. See, the way DAZN tricked people as fight fans, they were like, "We're gonna give you the pay-per-views as part of the package," and then like they lost Canelo because they were like, "Oh, you're gonna get Canelo and Anthony Joshua and all the big names. You want to pay any pay-per-view price." And then they lost Canelo, and then they brought him back, and Canelo, and they were like, well, "Guess what? We're doing pay-per-views now." I'm like, well, okay, well then what do I subscribe to you for? I'll just buy the
They have
pay-per-view.
nothing else. They have nothing else.
Not the price they charge. They're charging like $20 a month. Everybody else is half the price of this. What are you talking about? You get UFC and ESPN. I get UFC Fight Pass and ESPN Plus for the price of this. Ridiculous.
yeah, the UFC ESPNs are now $80.
It costs even more if you try to a la carte it, right? Because the thing that I hate the most about cable TV streaming or whatever, they all don't have all the channels, and so it's nerve-wracking that if, like, for example, I don't have NFL Network, and I don't care because I'm tired of like paying for a service for however many years I've had AT&T, and then mysteriously that message shows up. Please call your local provider. Pay the money.
Yeah, remember there was that whole thing going on with the Canes with like the ACC network.
Right.
It went on for like 2 years
They're
because
like,
Comcast didn't get
I'm
them.
like, come on, really?
I had to go to sports bar to watch them lose to North Carolina.
Right. But that's just it. Don't like it. I think more people should be insulted and mad about this. Right? Like,
I miss the times where it used to be so easy to watch everything.
I know.
right.
Without all the
Like, I don't
streaming
listen.
services.
I didn't mind paying for, that's the thing. I didn't mind paying for DirecTV. Okay? It never worked. So I had to have a backup TV. I had to have backup streaming because DirecTV never worked from August to or July to
Yeah, because
of rain.
Just be all the time.
And you call them and they say, "Oh yeah, well."
Now the thing, it's like, well, we can give you when it's raining now. They'll be like, would you like to go to standard def? No.
right.
What do you mean?
2005?
You can give me a regular def through the rain, but not high def?
Regular def. Like, it's almost insulting, right? It's like, oh, we're fresh out of Porsches. You want this Fiat? Right?
I'd rather
Like,
not watch TV.
right. Exactly. That's how I am.
I'm
I'm really like tired. And here's what I do. Like, I have XM on my phone. So I can listen to a game and watch a different game. So I don't care. I'll do it that way.
Mm-mm.
Like, I'm tired of searching. Like,
Let's not spoil it for you, of course.
this guy, right? I'm watching the game on.
When you
on-
told me you did this, by the way, I thought it was ridiculous. Like, you're sitting
Right.
there, it's like, you got the game in and I'm watching a different game.
Yeah.
Not like I like the broadcasters better for the game I'm watching. I'm
Yeah.
watching I'm listening to a different game.
I'm listening because
You
here's
were listening to the
Can I
Browns
tell
and
you
watching
why?
the Dolphins.
Can I tell you why? Because the resources that were provided to me to watch the Browns game, right? It would always freeze. Right? And now you got to keep going, start that process over again. So I would just listen to the game in my ear and watch the Dolphins game. Like, you don't need noise to watch the game. What do you need sound for? To know what's going on? They ain't telling you what's going on,
That's
dude.
true, they're not.
Like,
Did you listen to Mark Sanchez last week?
But
That dude
dude,
was lost.
so me and Tobin watching the game, and he's like, dude, what are you doing? Like, I'm telling him everything that's going on. Oh, that's a hold. Uh-oh, that's pass interference.
He
He's
knew
like,
about Jeff Wilson. I think he knew about Jeff Wilson's injury before
Yeah.
Jeff Wilson did.
yes.
He goes, he's hurt. That's a hit.
Yeah, that's it. But you could just like
Like
from
the trainers weren't even out there yet. Leroy's diet is like, oh, poor Jeff Wilson.
right. Like, he goes, dude, when you start, like, when you hyperextend the leg or jam a hip, that's what happened to Bo Jackson. He jammed his hip. So when you see people running and take that awkward step, never good. Never good. But no, so I'm just so like, I don't, and here's the problem. What these television companies have done is made it difficult to watch TV, even with people who don't mind paying for TV, which is ridiculous. It's not like I'm trying to get it for free. I'm just trying to get it in one place. Can't do it. So if you have AT&T, can't get NFL Network.
I feel like when I watch regular TV now, too, it's nothing but marathons all over the place.
No, but
Like, I'll peruse over to Animal Planet from time to time. And it's nothing but but famous pools.
And then if I say, you know what, I'm paying too much, I'm tired of this, I need to lower my subscription. And they go, okay, you can go to this right here, and then I'll lower it. All the channels that I actually watch disappear.
I know. Bastards.
Like, I don't like History Channel. I like History Channel because that's where the planes crash.
I mean, what are you watching? Like a marathon of moonshiners or something?
Mayday Air Disaster. Nope, but I watch I watch Pop, 1185, 1372. I watch TBS, TNT.
That's why you watch King of Queens. It's on TBS.
Well,
No, it's on that's on comedy on
so
1138.
So are you going to get YouTube TV?
No, how
How
are you going to be able to pick all the games?
What do you mean?
Like, so if you get YouTube, see what I'm saying?
I'm sure it works like Fire TV. Like, bloop, 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 click. Not rocket science. I mean, don't you use it?
That's what you said about DAZN, and look where you are now. Don't just assume.
You know what is annoying, though? I'll tell you what I hate watching this Prime. It's like 9 clicks to get to the game.
Oh my goodness! So you go look. You go into Prime.
Like I'm trying to watch
and
tonight's
you wait,
game.
and go in the game. They go game on. You want to watch? Yes. Then they give you 7 boxes. You can watch 8 different versions of the same game. Just game, please. Game, please.
Can I have the regular version of the game?
Right.
And then they're
right.
like, and then the final question is right before you're about to think you're watching it. They're like, "You want to watch it live?"
Oh my god. Peacock did the same with the Peacock did that with the World Cup. So I was trying to watch the World Cup games. Like, do you want to watch it? I'm like, yes. Why would I be putting it on?
Right. Chooses otherwise. I want to start from the beginning, way back. Anyway, all right. We'll take a quick break. Back after this.
It's your boy Young Hope. You turn them off, noise up. We can get right into the proceedings this evening.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy taking you up until 2 o'clock. Hey, we got a chance to win a holiday gift from Dave & Buster's. You need something last minute, go to WQM.com and enter on the contest page, and you might win a $250 gift card to Dave & Buster's in Hollywood. Watch your favorite sports, and if you win, we'll treat you to beverages and games at Dave & Buster's. Eat, drink, play, watch sports at Dave & Buster's in Hollywood. All right, so Dolphins Pro Bowlers, Leroy.
Let me guess.
Go ahead.
Christian Wilkins.
Nope.
What? Get the hell out of here. No way.
Just, all right, well, no.
I was surprised by one of them.
Javon Holland.
Nope.
Tyreek Hill.
Yes. Tyreek Hill.
Tua.
Nope.
How does Tua have the leading vote?
It's only fans. Coaches and players overrule.
Oh yeah, because all right.
Sounds like the fix is in.
So we got Tyreek Hill.
Yep.
X.
X made the Pro Bowl.
And he don't
How the
even-
hell did he
he's
make
the
it?
least
X
of
made
all
the
the
Pro
names I
Bowl.
mentioned.
Yep. Xavier
Like,
and
just
Howard
the
made
year
the Pro
that he's
Bowl.
had. Hold on, let me think.
One's obvious when I'm going to say it. Like you'll be like, oh yeah, obviously.
Armstead?
Yep.
Okay. So
Toronto.
you got Teron Armstead, you got Xavier Howard, and Tyreek Hill.
They made the team.
That's it?
And then here are your first alternates.
Can I just tell you?
Hmm?
Of all those names I listed, it would go for me. Tyreek Hill, Christian Wilkins, Javon Holland, and Waddle. And, Armstead would definitely be in there, but I'm just saying those guys have had unbelievable years.
Mhm.
I mean, where would this team be without Javon Holland? How is that guy not
He's the last man standing on
right?
He
that secondary.
here are the alternates, the first or second alternates. So should somebody bow out or
Tua.
so
Tua
first
will get in.
alternate Tua.
Tua will get in because nobody
Less than the
plays
Super
in
Bowl.
that. Oh, but there's no game, so everybody might go do it.
What is it? It's like a flag football or something?
I think they should do it like Battle of the Superstars. Remember that show? Y'all remember the Battle of the Superstars? Where they did it with athletes sometimes. And
they did like
they would do like bench press in the sand and stuff like that.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. And they would run. They would run actually the 100. Right? So yeah, I wish they would do something like that. Okay, so Tua.
No, it's the week before in Vegas.
Tua. Who else?
Oh, alternates?
Yeah.
Alec Ingold, the fullback, first alternate.
There's only 2 fullbacks in the whole NFL.
Yeah, who was ahead of him?
I don't know. Jalen Waddle, first alternate.
Okay.
Christian Wilkins, first alternate.
I can see it.
Bradley Chubb, second alternate.
Oh.
Javon Holland, fourth alternate.
4th alternate?
Mike Gesicki, fifth alternate.
5th alternate.
I didn't even know.
Dude.
Did you make that up?
I swear to God.
No. Yeah. See what I mean? This is what it's doing the show with
I'm
him.
not doing
Right.
it. It's right there, dude.
Every time you give a stat, somebody has to say, "Did you make that up?
I'm not making that
Are you
up.
fake Googling?"
I'm not fake Googling.
You do that a lot.
I do not.
He does. You
He's
know
gonna
what? That's what we
scream.
need to get. That's what we need to get Mike to say. -1 for fake Googling.
For lying.
Our whole
We actually
show-
have that now.
We have that.
Yeah, I don't think you've gotten the new buttons, Steve. There's a whole new fleet and arsenal there for you for -1. There's one for flip floppery, for show poniness, for
Oh,
lying.
Notice, hey, notice who they're all referring to.
Leroy.
No, hell no.
Tobin's a fraud. That's a good one.
Karen goes, Gesicki's fifth alternate among tight ends with the Dolphins. I didn't see Mike McDaniel said. He said he feels it's a failure on his part that he hasn't gotten Mike Gesicki.
Yes.
I don't know if that's how
here-
sincerely do you believe him in that? Though?
Here's why I believe it. Because when you have plays or defenses that drop their linebackers 15, 20 yards deep to stop your 2 pass, that means the underneath stuff has to be there. And so you need to go to that to at least keep those linebackers honest. They never did it. Gesicki should have had a field day against the Chargers. I get it. So I mean,
I mean, he hasn't even. They haven't
only-
even tried to get him the ball
The,
the last few weeks.
the only two guys that I would say this is just ridiculous is Javon Holland and Crystal Wilkins. That what Crystal Wilkins has done this year is unbelievable. Because guess what? It's really hard from that position to have 10 plus tackles.
Yeah, he's been a monster.
You know, like, I mean, he's all over the field. He's chasing plays.
He's in
down.
incredible shape. He's playing a ton of snaps.
Right.
You know,
I don't know who. Wait, question:
Hmm?
Did who's in front of him? That's what because before I just automatically call it a sham. What if the guy in front of him is really, having a really good year?
I don't know. He wants to do journalism and see who's.
I don't know how to fake Google yet.
Yeah, settle down with the sass.
Wow.
Let's see. This is NFC. Give me AFC dummies.
And now we really know when you fake Googling. Because if you Google too fast, what you're really searching for right now.
Defensive tackle, Chris Jones from the Chiefs, Quinnen Williams from the Jets,
Ooh.
and Jeffrey Simmons from the Titans.
I put him in front of Jeffrey Simmons. I would. But now that I hear the list, I mean, he's right in the mix with all of those guys.
A lot of good guys in the league, man.
Yeah. Yep.
Your safeties, free safety, Minka Fitzpatrick.
Boo!
Strong safeties were Derwin James and Jordan Poyer. Both
Yeah,
good.
they're
Very
good. Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's a weird dynamic, man.
Quarterback, Patrick Mahomes over Tua.
And you know what's crazy? Once you get in, then they just go to you. Right? Like, so once you get in every year, if you have just a decent year, you get back.
Tua's going to be busy in the Super Bowl, so it don't matter. He can't go.
Mm.
He's going to be busy. That's what he said yesterday.
Really?
Hopefully I don't go.
All right.
Hopefully I'm busy. That's the attitude I like.
Is that the attitude you got a few days ago? You've been flip flopping like you were.
What do you
last
mean?
week?
What did I say a few days ago?
I don't know. I'm just asking because I haven't been listening.
Where's Trevor Lawrence?
Oh yeah, is he good now?
Where's Justin Herbert a quarterback?
No, the quarterbacks are Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow. Those are your three QBs.
Yeah, that's gonna always be hard to break.
But Tua is the first alternate. So if any of them bow out, he's the first
So that
one.
means
He's
Justin
on.
Herbert is ahead of. I mean, Tua is ahead
Yeah.
of Justin Herbert.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Does that mean anything to anybody or no?
No.
Okay.
No, they don't want to hear it.
They still would take Justin Herbert.
Probably.
Okay.
Probably.
All right.
But I mean, like, you're kind of doing the Justin Herbert thing with Trevor Lawrence. Like, slow your roll, dude. Like, oh, you had a few good games. Just 6-8. Win some games, dude. Thanks for
Wait a
showing up.
minute, you just did with Aaron Rodgers. He's 6-8 too.
Aaron Rodgers won a Super Bowl. He's got MVP.
30 years ago, dude.
Okay, he's been back-to-back MVPs.
Okay, 6
He's
and 8.
got some credentials.
6 and 8.
Trevor Lawrence has nice hair.
Credentials don't win football games.
Actually, they do.
No, they don't.
You not nervous about him this weekend?
Huh?
You're not nervous at all about him?
Of course.
What if Javon Holland doesn't play?
Of course. I didn't say that.
So you're writing
I
him
didn't
off.
say he couldn't play. I'm not
You're
writing him off.
dismissing Aaron Rodgers.
I'm not dismissing him.
Tread lightly.
He's 6 and 8 for a reason. Okay. Right? He's 6 and 8 for a reason. They've played 6 and 8 football for the first 14 games.
Yeah, but when he says like things are starting to go, you don't get a little nervous that he's starting to figure things out.
It took him 14 weeks.
I don't
after
know.
playing football that
I don't
long
know.
to get it going.
I don't know.
I'm just saying, man.
Everybody
Like,
has a
I'm
late
not-
rally, dude.
What?
Everybody has a late rally from time to time.
I didn't. Nope.
You want to hear Aaron
I
Rodgers
start-
on Tua?
Instead of rallying for camp and
Mhm.
football, I start rallying for Cheetos and surgeries.
Would you like to hear Aaron Rodgers on Tua?
Do I?
Here's Aaron Rodgers on Tua.
The night he went in at halftime and in the national championship game, and I think just like everybody else, we're thinking, what? Why? And then obviously he showed his incredible ability and had a great career down there. Dealt with a couple, head injuries this year, which are dangerous. But I enjoyed the way that he plays. He plays on time. He throws the ball accurately. Does a nice job with his eye control for a young player. He's got obviously good pocket movement. He can extend plays. They've had a couple pretty incredible fourth quarter comebacks this year, where he's been super efficient. He has some great weapons, but been impressed with the way he plays. I like the way he handles himself too. I think he handles himself with a lot of respect and class, and I think there's a lot to be said for that for a young player.
What about that? What do you think about that from Aaron Rodgers?
Still gonna kick your ass. Like, why do you think I'm going out on a limb and saying the Dolphins are going to beat the Packers? The Dolphins are better than the Packers.
Are they going to beat the brakes off the Packers?
Now we got to This is why. This is why.
What?
So now they can't just win.
I'm just asking you a question.
Now it has to be.
I'm just asking if you think it's going to be close or not.
So let me ask you a question. If somebody wins a belt,
I mean, you and
I
I
have
both
to be a knockout, or can they just win a decision?
It depends.
No, it doesn't. If you leave out that ring with the belt,
you talking about a real belt or a Fugazi belt?
Real belt.
As long as it's not a leg kick.
I'm just asking you. I'm asking you because you and I both predicted Dolphins wins the last 3 weeks. We've been wrong. So you're saying the Dolphins are going to win. I'm just asking you, how confident are you, and do you think they'll handle the Packers, who you say are better? And I agree with you. I think the Dolphins are a better team than the Packers.
If you,
but I'm nervous about that quarterback because he's a legend.
Here's the problem. I'm gonna tell you what the problem is, and everybody's gonna concentrate and focus on Aaron Rodgers. That's not who stop. That's not who to stop. You got to stop Dillon and Jones. You stop those two, it puts Aaron Rodgers in some bad spots. Those are where you want him. You don't want him in 3rd and 4 less, or 2nd and 5. You don't want him there.
No, I am glad I don't feel like he's going to run a 70-yard run on us like they've done with every running quarterback this year. They've killed the Dolphins, every one of them. So I'm thankful that it's not an issue.
But why?
What?
When we talk about the game, why are you bringing up facts that don't exist?
I said, I'm just saying, like, I'm glad that if, like, the fact that they have running backs to stop and not a running quarterback, because they did a good job on Singletary last week.
Yeah.
But Josh Allen, I mean,
44 at the wrong time.
But they don't have a good running game. The running game is Josh Allen.
Yeah. I know, but that's what I'm like. That's what I'm saying. Like, they had the Packers have a good running game. Like, they did. I mean, the Dolphins. I mean, other than that one run Chubb had, that was probably the best 2 backs that they took on this year.
Was Chubb and
Hunt. And Chubb got loose, but the game was already basically out of hand.
Yeah, pretty much.
So I'm more worried about Aaron Rodgers carving up the secondary. That's what I'm worried about. And Pro Bowler Xavier Howard.
You think hold on. Aaron Rodgers has been sacked a lot, right?
Yeah.
And so what you're telling me is he mysteriously gonna find the right amount of time to carve the Dolphins up? You don't think they know that too?
Maybe they do. But I mean, they've also had a big problem of getting off the field on 3rd down. It's been a huge problem for them. Like, all these drives, like, they feel how many times
have you thought the
drive's over? Yeah. Like, and that's what frustrates
me.
None of these. Here's the thing. With Josh Boyer, I don't feel like any of these tricks are going to work on Aaron Rodgers. Like, all this hocus pocus that he tries all the time, not going to work.
You don't do here.
You can't get mad at me. It's the facts.
Listen, do you know why they line up certain ways on the football field?
Of course, but tell people.
Just because of where they line up, the offense has to do things a certain way. For example, if you put guys in A gap, right, then the 2 guards in the center have to close down and protect the middle. What does that do? That leaves guys singled up on the outside.
Mm-hmm. All right.
All right. If I line guys up in the gaps and then drop them out, your offense has to be quick enough to go back to the previous scheme. If not, you're going to have guys closing down with nobody to block, right? Which makes it even worse. So what you have to do is as a quarterback, as an offense or whatever, if you're smart enough, and Aaron Rodgers and that offensive line is smart enough, they can tell the difference between A gap blitz and A gap, lining up in the A gap. And you don't just block it the same every time. If you don't, then the Dolphins will keep doing it.
That's what I would say.
But if they pick it up, you're going to have to find a different way. And you do it from all different angles. You run games, you do everything you can because he been sacked.
Yeah.
He gets sacked.
You know what they said, dude. Games
Who
recognize
was I
games.
watching? Was either Monday or Sunday where somebody had a 26-yard sack. And then it was a holding penalty, and they ended up with a first down. Was that Sunday? Was it Sunday, right? Was it
Was that Giants and Commanders you were watching?
was it Giants and Commanders? It might have been. It might have been. Well, no. Who played Monday?
Monday was Packers and Rams.
I can't remember who it was. But all I know is the quarterback had a 26-yard sack. And then it ended up getting a first down out of it because it was holding.
Man. We'll take a quick break. You guys can text us at 305-567-0560. Streaming live on YouTube now, 560 WQAM, and on Twitch, Miami 560 WQAM. Back after this. Says that Tua has never won an important game. He also says that, are you going to panic if they lose to Green Bay? We talked about this earlier in the week. I definitely think if they lose to Green Bay, will panic be the sense? I think people will be pretty on edge if they lose to Green Bay. Now, as I pointed out, not a must win, but it's a don't lose. That's where we're at right now.
Sounds like the same thing.
It's not though, dude. Okay. It's you don't want to
You
lose.
just changed the words around.
No, it's different. I'll tell you why. Because don't lose. Because you don't want to lose 4 in a row, a winless December. You got every Dolphin fan's angst acting up. We can accept, okay, these were tough road trip. Chargers game obviously was very upsetting. Everybody felt they were a better team, should have beat them.
I would say the 49ers game was annoying too, because if Tua was just half accurate,
Yep.
like we would have won that game.
Totally.
That one annoys me more.
There was disappointment in the losses on the road, but they were good teams. And you going head to head with the Bills. That I don't think anybody comes out of that game. I think the Dolphins got a lot more credit for the way they played in that game than they had in a lot of games this season, than they maybe even did in the 5-game win streak. But if you lose to Green Bay, yeah, people are going to be on edge. But it's not a must win. It's not a must win. Just saying the facts. It's not a must win.
It's a don't lose though.
But it's a don't lose.
No.
I agree with Leroy, where he says don't lose this game.
Dude.
But it's not a must win. Scenario wise in the playoffs, it's not a must win.
He's trying.
We cannot do this thing all over again.
I'm just responding to the texter. You were not here.
He's trying to touch them all.
Guy says, by the way, that player you're talking about was in Tampa versus Cincy.
Oh, wait. Yeah. It was a 26-yard sack. And they go first down. I'm like, what?
Another guy says we didn't lose to Buffalo because of Tua. That's totally fair. They did not. He played well. Tua played well in that game.
But
catch the ball, Sherfield.
Sherfield. How many times did they replay that for Sherfield in the film room? And did they throw?
You don't really show mistakes. You show mental mistakes and effort.
Oh, so like there's not like a situation where they're showing it from the team and then Mike McDaniels goes up to Sherfield and gives him a butterfinger. I thought he was a funny guy, jokey jokes.
No.
Oh.
A player might.
Point for Tobin.
Another texter writes in, he says, Tua has a winning record against the AFC since he's become starter. He's undefeated against the Pats. Division games are big games. We have the dumbest fan base ever, I swear.
Whenever you say that, see, I won't say something like that. Whenever people say something like that, then they throw the 20 years of pain in your face. And I always say, and I tell you this all the time, what does that have to do with Tua?
Yeah, I hate the same old Dolphins people.
Right.
Okay, but
if you keep expecting the same, can you ever get better?
But here's the thing.
Answer my question.
Here's the thing.
If you keep expecting the same result, can you ever see something better happening?
The problem with that is if the Dolphins lose this weekend.
So that means no? You're not going to answer my question?
I am going to answer your question, but I have an answer I have an answer to your question within my answer. Okay?
So that means no.
I do. I'm going to answer.
Like, Your Honor.
A lot of words.
Your Honor.
The way
will you please direct the witness
Words mean
to answer the question? What the hell are you doing, dude?
If they lose, we've talked a lot.
You're like, I'm going to answer your
He's
question,
giving
but first,
McDaniel.
We've
I'm gonna
talked
say
a lot.
Yeah.
I'm not doing McDaniel. Don't say that. I'm not Mike McDaniel.
No, you are. He's like, he knows.
What was your question again?
Words means no words.
What I'm saying is,
You want to know the worst part?
I don't remember. I think you were saying, how can you ever expect to get better? I get you.
Right.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
If you keep talking about the same failures, how are you
Because-
ever going to get better?
I don't know, but I felt this year has felt different. And I think a big reason for that is it's a very exciting team to watch. Watching Dolphins football is fun this year.
Right.
That being said, they have not won this month. And if they lose again, it would be, I don't know how you could blame any Dolphin fan that's going to have old feelings
Right.
of, oh my God, it's happening again.
Well,
I'm okay with that. But they did it after the first loss in December. Oh, here we go, December. That's what I.
Yeah,
they technically weren't wrong.
didn't you say that?
We
You're like,
talking
oh,
about
the
this-
December slump is here.
Right.
No, I didn't say
You
that,
did.
dude. I didn't say that, dude. No, I didn't. I
I
won't
think
let you
I
do
heard
that.
you.
No.
Dude.
You guys are doing the
Can
thing.
I just tell you? I'm gonna start wearing a Tobin GoPro to record some of the nonsense this guy says, and then he minces it. I
This is
said
not
may
fair.
have. I said
This is not
hopeful.
fair.
I said could be.
You guys are doing
Could
this.
I be making it up? Maybe, but I think I heard you say it.
No, see, that's not fair because you guys are doing like a thing with people doing with like Elon Musk right now. Be like, oh, Elon's out there and he has ringtail lemurs running Twitter right now. I can believe it. It's probably happening. So you're doing that with a thing where, yeah, Tobin said that. Did he actually say it? I don't know, but he probably did.
It sounds
That's
like
not
something
fair.
you would say.
Nice try.
What do you mean? I didn't do
'Cause
anything.
You are a lying sack of rocks.
Dude, I did not say same old Dolphins after losing to San Francisco. I did not say that.
When did you say it?
After LA, I mean, it was a little
Why are
bit
you
like,
saying
you
it like
know.
that?
So a week later, he said it.
Mr. Five Toes Down.
Look, you see what I'm doing? Here
I-
you go. The Sultan
I put
of
Tu-
semantics.
I put Tua on
That's what you
notice.
are.
I put Tua on notice after the Chargers game. He showed up with notice.
Sultan of semantics. That's what you are, dude. You like play games with the English language. Everybody knows you. And he's the first person to say, you know what I meant. And then when we say we know what you meant, then you go, no.
One of his many favorite phrases.
Yeah.
Oh,
No.
so you agree?
No. He's got a new favorite phrase, right? Hard to say. Which is the worst one. So you ask him a question, he's dead to rights. Hard to say.
You know, like Dolphins fans will make
Well,
shirts
no,
of
because you like to live in hypothetical land. I mean, I like to deal with reality. That's the thing. Oh, what are you going to say if this? What have you? Well, it's hard to say. I don't know.
You're the one in the mall that was hunting down Kawhi Leonard, and you say you
wasn't the mall. It was an Aventura Chipotle that was on I think, Heat Boner's Twitter account or something like that.
Chipotle outside of Aventura, same thing.
no. See what I mean? See how he like messes
Maybe
up.
Semantics.
Maybe it was Drew Starr. I don't know who it was, but it was somebody who likes to make up heat lies, and they always catch me.
Can we get you an official shirt, the Sultan of Semantics?
You can do whatever you want. I mean, I'm not going to wear it.
Oh, you wear it.
Oh, I'm not wearing
Oh,
it. You
you
can't
wear
force
it.
wardrobe
Yeah,
on
he
me.
is.
Yes, I can. Yeah,
Take a break.
I'm gonna get you a bigger size too than that Liberty ass shirt you wearing right now.
Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM. You guys, a text show, 305-567-0560 on the Kendall Toyota text line. We'll take you up until 2 o'clock. I'll talk to Wes Lammy coming up at about 12:35. Talk some Dolphins with him. And also, he's a big rum cake guy. And we dissect cakes on this show because we had a fruit cake. I was not a fan. Rum cake, I feel like I do enjoy.
I like rum cake. It has a lot of similarities, believe it or not. Like
Did you eat the rest of that fruit cake, by the way?
Huh?
Did you eat the rest of that fruit cake, by the way?
No, Lynn did.
Oh.
No way.
Yeah,
No way.
he did.
If it's
You
not
see the
Publix cake, I
video?
don't want it.
You didn't see
Publix
the-
cake. Publix makes a good cake, dude. They really do.
And the
No,
cookies.
because here, I like the brookies from Publix. Those are delicious. But I would say the only cake that I really get from I don't really get cake from Publix. I don't like cake, so I get nut and bun cake.
Oh,
Love those.
woo-hoo, that's good stuff right there.
I could stuff my face with 1,000 of them little bun.
The little mini ones.
Oh yeah.
Love them.
Delicious. Let's
Yeah.
get to some headlines here. Brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Supercenter. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
Thursday night football tonight. The Jacksonville Jaguars take on the
The
New
Mike Whites?
York Jets. Did you see, by the way, Zach Wilson buying a bunch of motorized scooters for his O-line, trying to buy love? I call that, where I come from, that's bribery.
Hey, I mean, motorized scooters.
Scooters.
That's what they fed us. Like, I'm more sure I ain't the only one thing about that.
Hmm.
You gonna buy a fat lineman a scooter so he has to exercise even less? You're not helping your cause.
Well,
I'm some yoga tights.
for those who are, I gotta.
Mama, if you want to get him something, get him a Peloton. Don't get him a scooter.
Well, if you guys are tuning in tonight, of course, I'm sure you got people waiting for Trevor Lawrence to make me answer for my crimes. We'll see. Fantasy football update. We'll check it out tomorrow. But that's brought to you by Tito's Handmade Vodka. Tito's Handmade Vodka makes the good stuff for good times. Find recipes, videos, and more at titosvodka.com.
Be careful out there. Tito's will come tap you on the shoulder.
Did you see that a lot of the reporters are coming out and apologizing to Giovanni Bernard for their answering for their crimes?
No.
Or is the damage done?
Damage done.
Damage is done, right?
Let me ask. Here's what I would say to you. Here's what I would say to you. If a player had done something wrong and he apologized for it, would they stop asking questions about it? Okay. So that means that you don't forgive him and let him move on. So why the hell should now you want that kind of treatment? Kick rocks. Get him.
Jenna Lane from ESPN, she's the one who posted the viral video. She posts, didn't want to post something here until I, number one, apologized to Giovanni Bernard first personally, telling him I am sorry, which I did.
No, you're not. You're not sorry. You're sorry because of the reaction.
You're not sorry.
You're sorry because of the reaction
You're
you
sorry
got,
'cause you got
and
caught.
everybody called you a bum. That's why you're sorry.
Until I fully understood the missteps I took in the post-game Sunday.
Missteps. You knew damn well what you were doing. Hold on. All these people college educated, right? They're paid to write for reputable companies. Now all of a sudden you oopsie, kiss my ass.
Do you want me to read more?
Yes.
I didn't want this to be some hollow apology that lacks sincerity.
Dude, hollow.
Obviously, I afforded myself.
About as hollow as a pumpkin right now. With the little light in the inside, you can see right through it. Woo! Yeah.
Obviously, I afforded myself a period of grace that Giovanni didn't get to have when we talked to him post-game.
Oh, you mean he got 5 minutes after the game?
He's a better person than me for many reasons.
Yeah,
The first misstep was
because
posting
you could never deal with you. That's why he's better than you.
The first misstep was posting a video of our interaction with Giovanni, R being myself and the other two reporters. My intention wasn't to make a gotcha moment, but to illustrate how tense things can get in a locker room when a team isn't meeting expectations.
Yeah. Yeah. What are you? Am I the only one not falling for this? I'm about to cuss. This is ridiculous.
Please don't.
Are you falling for this?
You want more?
Are you falling for this? Are you people
Please give
falling
him
for this?
more.
In full transparency, I now see that there was no benefit in doing
Now all of a sudden, and you had a revelatory moment. What, did they threaten to fire you? Did you get suspended?
it. I bet you ESPN didn't threaten to fire her.
Huh?
I bet you ESPN didn't threaten to fire her, but
No!
maybe the Bucks, I would imagine the Bucks maybe would have suspended her. I mean, they can do that with reporters. They can suspend you from coverage.
Here, just please answer me this one question. Would we be done with this if the roles were reversed and a player went after a reporter that way? Would we be done with this? Okay. So understand where I'm coming from. You think that you could just write what you say as a heartfelt apology? You're writing an apology so you can go back into that locker room. A circumstance and a situation in which you should have understood before you went off like that. And now you want people to feel sorry for you? No, because we ain't never felt sorry for a player after 10 minutes after a game that has to be bombarded with questions. We have never showed him sympathy. In fact, some of the same reporters go in there and say, it's your job to answer questions. Well, isn't it her job to be more professional?
Would you like a?
So I ain't buying it. No. Kick rocks.
You want more, or just should I end it?
No, give me more.
Okay.
I'm fired up now.
The second misstep.
Oh, there's more please tell us what your missteps were.
My very defensive comments after. My intent was that these athletes didn't get to where they are with hand-holding. They're some of the toughest people on the planet, and accountability is part of their daily lives.
So now she's using TTL. I'm done. Wait. Are you really? She's using TTL.
I'll put this in the same category as TTL, dude.
Wait, is she trying to say she used TTL because they don't like being held with kid gloves?
I realized that it came across as cruel and insensitive. In no way was I attempting to weaponize his injury against him,
really?
either by pointing it out.
Huh.
I was reminding him of us not being able to talk to him because the team does not make injured players available.
So let me ask you a question. Where does it fit? What have you done for me? Because remember that was said also,
Yes.
right? Yeah. Where does that fit in?
She actually answered that because somebody said, what about saying, what have you done for us this year? She says, your point is taken and received. Just pointing out, those were not my words, not my voice.
Oh,
she says the reporter who said that issued an apology of his own. Oh, we got to find that guy's apology.
Wait, are we behind this?
No.
You have, if any person out there even suggests, let's just keep it moving, I would say shame on you. Because those same people, if that was an athlete, we would be on it till the end of time.
It'd be something their whole career.
Right. Exactly.
Do you want to know what the hardest thing she dealt with was? That's what she says.
The fact that you look like a jackass in front of everybody and it was recorded and put on Twitter and social media? No, there's more?
The most difficult thing about this has been, in this moment, I became what I swore I would never be, lacking empathy, and that was something that was very much needed here. I've always wanted to do nothing more than humanize the people I cover.
Yeah, real humanizing.
It's literally why I do this.
Yeah, that's it.
And in that moment, I lost touch of it. I was too caught up in trying to get the full story and meeting deadlines and doing my own stuff. I didn't take into consideration what he needed from me in that moment. So clearly, I have some growing to do.
That's incredible. That is incredible. Because you know what? Show me one article that she's written where she's shown sympathy for a player, and I'll accept her apology. Right? We all have a problem with this in society, is that we only want apologies when we need them. We can't give them and move on. Nobody gives these athletes the benefit of the doubt. Nobody says, oh, he made a mistake, let's move on. That never happens with an athlete. And now all of a sudden you want it to happen with a reporter? I'm sorry if I'm not doing it. Because ain't nobody ever cut me no damn slack. So, let's review. She went after a player. In fact, she got her gang of goons to attack one of the nicest guys on that team.
Yep.
That has been stated by everybody. Went after him in a method that's not very becoming of not a reporter, not a player, but just a damn person. As a human being, you went after that man 10 minutes after a game like he was the worst person walking the face of the earth. And now you want us to forgive, forget, let's move on, I'll be better. Show me a time when you've done it, and I'll do it. Show me a time when the reporters have done it, and I'll do it. Show me a time where you wrote something negative about somebody and said, this guy's normally a good guy, this is out of his character. Show me one time when they've written that, and I'll accept her apology. Otherwise, ma'am, you could kick the sharpest of rocks.
Do you want the other guy's opinion, apology?
Oh, let me hear what the jackass has to say. Go.
This is Greg Allman. I imagine. I think he.
Ammon or Almond? Who?
Almond.
Almond. How do we say Ammon? Ammon. Give me an almond.
This is the guy who said.
How do we? Is the L silent?
This is what the guy who said. What have you done for us?
Yes. Wait. Let's before he talks. What can a guy apologize? What can an apology sound like that would be acceptable for a guy who says that?
He said, just to be clear.
Oh, and he's coming at me. He's coming at us. He's not explaining, discussing. He's coming at us, right? Just wait. I just want you to understand that if somebody stood at a presser, either a coach or a player,
On the mic, dude.
And said,
Steve can see you.
And said, just to be clear, is that starting off like an apology? Let me think. He ain't apologizing. And I'm more than sure this is going to say, I'm just doing my job. Somebody's going to say something like that. Go. I know the person. Go.
Just to be clear, I shouldn't have said what I said Sunday. I apologize personally to Bernard. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll apologize to Bernard the first chance I have. Not a good look at all, and I understand the criticism.
Let me ask you a question. Is that an apology for Bernard? Or is that an apology to get that heat off of him on Twitter?
Sounds like a off-heat
Thank
apology.
you. Thank you. And so just to be clear, for these two reporters, don't treat us like we stupid. We know exactly what you're doing because you're out there at that camp every day. You could have got to him and apologized before you wrote anything. You could have got to him first. So you just wanted to clear your name on Twitter or try to. I ain't buying it. Neither one of y'all. Both of y'all. And when she get done kicking the rocks, he can come pick up the rebound and kick him some more.
You can be like Messi to Mbappe on Inter Miami.
Yep. Oh, this guy. But am I the only one here that? And watch how quick this goes away. Again, here's what I would say: if those two people, if those two reporters, were writing about a player who had done something like this, would it be over as quick as they want it over with?
No.
Okay. That's it. That's all I got. That's all I like. Yeah, that's why I'm so pissed off about it. Because they're frauds. They're con artists. You sell this is what I was trying to. No, you weren't. You were trying to be a jackass.
No, you're doing it
And
for
you
clicks.
were.
You were doing it for
Right.
clicks.
Right.
You got millions of views on your video on Twitter. That's exactly what you're
Right.
trying to do. Nothing else. Nothing
At
more
least
than
be
that.
honest about it.
We'll take a quick break. Back with more after this. All right, welcome back, everybody.
Man, Steve is incredible. He says, okay, we're coming back. I'm like, we're here. You got to go in the other room.
Don't let them lash out at you, Steve.
Yo, the one time I'm not in my studio. Sometimes I have to go looking for you.
You never have to look for me.
Dude,
What?
You were just late.
Who?
You were late 2 segments ago.
You're late a lot. I'm telling you, man, these former athletes, you guys just love not being on time.
I'm always on time.
Dude, I have to hunt you
Not for
down.
segments.
I
you're
knew
not.
as soon as Paul the sales guy pulled you in, I'm like, that's going to be a 3 minute later.
Paul, the sales guy.
Yeah.
That's his name?
Yeah.
His name is Paul. Yes.
Yes.
You don't even know his name?
Dude with the pink shirt?
Yes.
Oh, I don't.
No,
I didn't recognize
that's Mark.
his shirt.
Mark?
Wait, was Mark wearing the pink shirt today? I don't remember.
Mark always wearing them.
You were talking to Paul with the glasses.
See Marco?
No.
Oh, yeah, Paul, the
Yeah.
short guy. I'm talking about the tall. He got a pink shirt on.
No, that's Mark.
Mark?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Mark-
let's get to
Hey, somebody ought to suggest to Mark.
don't. You
Oh.
can't just do that to people. You just
Why
meet.
not?
Because you come in like a
I'm
like a
I would
roast Uzi.
I'm coming from a place of concern. I'm coming from a place of concern. Tell them go ahead on and get them 36s. Leave them 34s alone.
That's not nice.
I'm just saying. Unless it's stretchy material.
Oh, it's time for Cat Talk on WQAM, sponsored by Celsius.
Here you go. Wait.
Hockey fans, don't sit this
Look
one
at
out.
that one.
When it's game time, make Celsius a part of your play and get that energy up. Game day is fueled by Celsius Central Energy, the official energy drink of the Florida Panthers. As you can see, we're streaming live on YouTube and Twitch. I got the my faves, the Kiwi Guava. JFig does too.
This
Nobody
one's
got one
really
stunned.
good.
Nobody, we didn't get you a Celsius done, Steve.
I'm sorry, Steve.
Want me to go get you one?
I got cola. I'll
That's
get
all
him one.
good.
I
You
got
guys don't-
cola.
Clearly, I get lashed out at
I'll give
because
you one
I'm
right
late
now.
once.
Wait, I'm saying you weren't late. You were on time. He was lashing out at you. I apologize for that.
Do we have an open for this?
No. That's the open. The open.
Wow.
The words
Look
of the
at that.
open. What's that?
Is that the
Hmm.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the Cats last night, not great, dude. I mean, like it's
Are
not,
they in the slump?
the season is a slump. The season is a slump. They haven't been this bad through this many games since I think 18-19. It's not great, dude.
Not great, Bob.
No, he's not been great either.
No.
And he's,
That's the least of his problems.
Paul Maurice, though.
Oh,
Bummer.
Are we like I asked this question and I'm not really sure how to, is this just like a process of he's trying to change how they do things as a team and it's going to come around after a certain period of time like basketball or no?
I don't know. It doesn't feel. I mean, look, fair. Barkov's been dealing with some stuff. So that's been a thing. But yeah, I mean, they haven't gotten good goaltending. Then Spencer Knight kind of felt like he was getting something. Then he got sick. So I guess he has been dealing with some stuff this year, in fairness. But they also just remember last year, like that, dude. It was like the greatest show on ice last year. Didn't matter what the deficit was. They were going to rally down. If they were down 4-0, they were going to win 5-4.
Those third periods felt like the fourth quarters of like when LeBron was here.
Yeah, it
remember?
was
just
it was
piranha
it was
defense.
crazy. It
Mhm.
was crazy the way they were playing, and they're just not. They're not that entertaining product. And it's frustrating because it feels like every game they're going out there, they got more scoring opportunities than the other team. So I don't know. I don't know if they're just getting bad luck, if they're just facing good goaltending or what. But they are getting it. It's mounting up. It's mounting up at this point right
It
now
is.
with the Cats.
Kachuk is pretty good though.
But-
He
but
is
I'm-
good.
but-
Listen,
but
he
it-
is good.
But is it a system thing or a fat cat syndrome? Right?
See, here's the thing.
Because it's very here and tell you what and let me tell you the hardest thing in sports to do. And this goes for fans, it goes for players, it goes for organizations. You make the assumption that you're going to pick up where you left off. And you hear coaches emphasize these points. This is a new year. Last year was last year. We're going to have to do things differently this year. So I always ask, if it's the things that they're doing, are they so different that that's why they're struggling? Or is it just they're not playing as well?
Yeah, that's the thing. That's like, did the Panthers make a big mistake in making a huge trade, which it's not Kachuk's fault. He's been awesome.
No, the trade
He's
was
out.
fine.
He's outplayed Huberdeau by a lot this year.
Yes.
And missing out on Uyghur isn't like a big deal.
Yeah, but is it what was it necessary to basically change the entire face of the Panthers, your top star and your coach, based on getting your ass kicked by Kucherov again and
Right.
Vasilevsky, who do that all the time? They're very good. I kind of get it. Like, you feel like at a certain point we're running our head up against the wall. But I don't know. Right now it doesn't. They don't feel like the same. They don't feel the same this year, man. They don't.
And is it they don't seem like they have the same energy, right? It's almost like they're getting the same amount of shots on goal. They're, but
like there's a here we go again type of thing, right? Like with the Panthers last year, did them out of the deficit, did them out of the adversity. They were going to come through.
oh, that's gone.
And that's not that. I mean, there's a lot of similarities between, it feels like with them and the Heat this year. Like, Heat's like, oh, here it goes. Can't just dig down and figure it out.
But I feel like the Heat have always had that problem where like they play down to their competition.
Yeah, I know. Because I saw somebody tweet out the other day that I think the Heat have like the second toughest schedule for the rest of the season. And my reaction to that was good. It really was. I was like, good. Because if I have to watch them middle around against the Pistons or a slumping Bulls team one more time, nothing would make me happier than the rest of the year. It'd just be nothing but Bucks, Cavs, Celtics. Just nothing but that the rest of the way. Grizzlies, the real Grizzlies, not the backup Grizzlies, the real Grizzlies. I want good teams. I want teams that Jimmy Butler doesn't, eat crickets and then, miss games for stomach bugs.
The fake Grizzlies with the fake player you made up.
Yeah. What was that dude's name?
What?
Donovan Cook?
No.
Cork. Donovan Cork.
Corpse.
Cork.
That's what
Pork.
I don't know, man. But yeah, the Cats, they got to get things going, man. Paul Maurice, you're very close to being on notice, dude. Very close.
Yeah.
Notice is on deck.
I mean, in hockey, they get rid of coaches like it's nothing.
They do, man.
They did it. What was it, Gallant, that they left him at the airport?
Dude, they didn't even give him a cab. And Gallant was sitting there laughing with the Golden Knights a year later. I'm just saying. Paul Maurice, you're very close to being on notice, dude. Just saying. That's been Cat Talk on WQAM, sponsored by Celsius. Hockey fans, don't sit this one out. When it's game time, make Celsius a part of your play and get that energy up. Game day is fueled by Celsius Essential Energy, the official energy drink of the Florida Panthers.
New flavor I'm looking at.
What are you looking at?
Lemon lime.
Have you been looking up flavors this whole time?
Yeah, he really
Is that
has.
why you've been smiling?
He
this
was on
entire
Celsius's.
time?
He showed me how he was on Celsius's website, and then he was just perusing. What do you want? Amazon? What do you just put your cart full of it?
I'm at the but I'm trying to figure out the other drinks they have. I know
What do
they
you
have.
want, like go on
I
a
think they
tour or
have
something?
strawberry lemonade. I think that's what I was drinking.
Yeah.
Today. Oh, so
Celsius, have us on a tour at your facilities,
in
and then
Boca.
we'll just be energied up the entire show. Could you imagine the takes I could have at an energy drink facility?
I would be worried for you.
Yeah, I don't want to
Rapid fire, dude. It would be crazy. I would love it.
It's hard enough dealing with you now.
All right, we'll switch on over. We're gonna talk some Dolphins. Wes Lammy, he's gonna talk some his boots on the ground, and he's got some thoughts on the Dolphin stretch right now. So we'll talk some pigskin coming up with him next. Roy here with you on 560 WQAM. What, game balls and game bums? You do that on Monday, typically.
Oh, okay.
We got Goosey's, no Goosey's coming up
Who are you
next
trying to
hour.
call a bum?
You know who I'm talking bums. These two individuals.
The reporters?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Well, you just
Save it
said
for next week.
Yeah, save it for keep it in the holster, dude.
Next week, I ain't, are we
Just Monday.
Monday?
Monday. I mean, you don't have to do Monday if you don't want to.
No.
It's up to you.
I mean,
What?
are we? I love here. Can I just tell you what annoys the hell out of me?
We
I don't
do.
think we
I'm
have
sorry.
that much
Oh,
time.
let's go to the guest. I'm sorry.
Let's go to the Toyota of Hollywood guest line. Shower 1,500 Toyotas indoors in one of America's largest showrooms at Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood and Sheridan. We talk boots on the ground. We're talking about Wes Lammy. This man is, locally always got boots on the ground. Dolphins, Heat. He's always at each event from worldwidewest.com. What's going on, Wes? How you doing, man?
Hey, back at it. Good to see you guys. You guys are great. Leroy, I was ready to hear what annoys you, but we got to get to it, I guess.
No, I mean, like, it's up, if you're going to win.
So let me tell you, this guy, right? We've been doing the show for a long time.
Absolutely.
And he still, suggests, you know what, if you don't want to, you don't have to. I'm like, dude, we do the show together. That's,
Well,
you know,
don't want
part
you
of
to
the
feel
deal.
obligated,
He always
you know?
does that, right? Like, I'm like, how long we going to do this?
You work very hard. I just wanted,
No,
like,
he
if
goes-
you wanted
he
an
goes,
extra
hey.
day, I was just saying, hey, take an extra day.
He goes, hey, no, normally I work every day and
I
you
know.
take off.
I know.
So, I want to take off too.
Which is why I said if you wanted that day off, to take off.
If you here, I'm here.
Okay.
Of course.
That's what the show is, right? Oh my goodness.
Oh man. So Wes, we're getting ready for Dolphins and Packers this week. 3 straight losses. What's your feeling right now with the club? I mean, it was some tough competition out in the
Absolutely.
road trip, but what did you make of it?
Yeah, so it's interesting you bring it up because one of the key things that we mentioned here is that on that road trip, one thing I wanted to share is that I really predicted they were going to get that win against the Chargers. That's the win I thought they really were going to get. Unfortunately, obviously, we know how that stood out. 2 wins would have been amazing. 3 would have been just surpassed just what we highly expected, possibly pinching a playoff spot. Obviously, that didn't happen. And when you look at the last loss, I consider it maybe the toughest loss of the season for the Dolphins, especially where they committed 0 turnovers in the game. The running game was amazing, especially in that first half. And at the end of the day, it began to snow. And then they just fell short. And at the end of the day, just a tough one, especially when I considered them possibly getting that win against the Chargers. They did not. Buffalo was their closest, and it didn't happen. But it was the toughest one so far.
Well, Wes, let me ask you this. Like, when you're watching that Buffalo game, because I'm watching the Buffalo game, and I'm looking at the success they had running the ball, and I understand, look, it's hard to question Mike McDaniel because offensively, he has shown this city a style of football they haven't seen in a long time. But when you get down to it, and you're trying to win a football game, and you throw a 2-yard pass when you ran for 170 plus yards at that point, did everybody kind of go, hey, what are we doing here? The 2 yards, you got 2 chances to get 2 yards. I'm going all in, running the football, and if we don't get it, we don't deserve to win, but I'm not throwing it.
Yeah. And Leroy, let me share with you, when you watch that game, the thing that really caught my attention is that I was like, man, Mike McDaniel kind of showed right there in that game that he was a first-year head coach with the way that play calling there. Because I'm thinking to myself, you pound the rock, snowing, let's go. And again, you had Mostert and Ahmed doing very well in the running game. And again, I want to mention 0 turnovers in the game. Our respect too has been amazing, especially with Waddle and Hill. But at the end of the day, I would have thought the same thing. I was like, man, you got to do it. And then back in my mind, I'm like, man, again, I think he showed his cards there, being a first-year head coach there for the Dolphins.
I think a lot of times young coaches, and this is even for young players, you get caught up with doing what you do and not doing what is required in that moment. And so, and this is where analytics is killing football, is that you can look at a book and the book will tell you what to do, but nobody has a better feel for the team than you. And that gets lost. And a lot of these new coaches are like, oh, well, the analytics say do this. What do you see? What are you feeling? We don't get that anymore.
It's funny because I wrote that in my weekly column. Obviously, passing this past week, the Dolphins made me cry. I mentioned, I was like, did they need that 2-point conversion in that first half? And then I'm just like, okay. You know, but at the end of the day, you know, like you said, we're the ones behind the mic. We're the ones in the press box at the end of the day. But did he need that one, you know, especially on the road, and the first half. And you're right, the analysts say something, but at the end of the day, I don't like to use the term that our coach is another coach, but again, the cards were in the favor for McDaniel.
Yeah, like outsmarted himself almost.
Right.
Regard.
Like he's trying to outcoach himself.
Do you think what do you think going in this to this week, Wes? Though, like they got this, the Packers team. We all think that they are a better team than them, but you know, Aaron Rodgers is a beast, and you know everybody's starting to get those December feels all of a sudden. What is your confidence level that they turn things around on Christmas?
So it's funny because obviously before they went on the road trip, I was there, right there where McDaniel said December football is where it matters. You know, when you're playing well, and obviously they had that winning streak, and then obviously they had the winning record going into December football. This is where it matters. So, you know, jokingly I say this, nothing to look too much into, but I don't know if you guys saw Aaron Rodgers just the other day was just praising Tua, telling him how great he is and what he's overcome. And I'm like, oh Lord, here we go.
Rat poison. Rat poison.
Exactly. And I'm saying to myself, okay, Aaron, okay, we know who you are though. You know, we know who you are. And he's coming into Miami, beautiful sunshine weather. And I'm like, okay, just come on, guys. But at the end of the day, we know how great this game is going to be, especially for Dolphins fans locally here. Christmas Day, Aaron Rodgers in the building at the Rock, and it's going to be great. It's going to be great. But we know at the end of the day, we can't, you know, hey, let's cover up the record and let's see what happens when Aaron Rodgers comes in here. Don't just think that, oh, it's a bad year for Aaron Rodgers and, you know, just chill for a bit. But again, I just saw what Aaron was saying, and I'm like, wow, oh boy,
Too
here we
much
go.
praise.
So,
I don't like it either. Smiling faces with agendas, man. That's a Pat Riley move I've ever seen where he's like, pump him up just to cut him off. I know what I see this from a mile away. Before we get you out of here, Wes, so we love food on this show. We had an experiment last week where we tried fruitcake, which, you know, had mixed reviews. But
no, it didn't.
What do you mean?
It was a consensus. It sucked.
Yeah, we didn't like it. So, but you have a connection. You're with rum cake. This is a thing you got going on. So
yeah, it's awesome, guys. I got to get you guys one in the studio ASAP. But it's been great. So you know, yeah, I got to get you, Leroy. First dibs on you. You get first slice. But at the end of the day, I want to. It's great because obviously when we started WorldWideWest.com, you know, we cover all South Florida sports and everything. And I was just looking for just, you know, the basics of a sponsor and stuff. You know, with my background in play-by-play announcing, that's something I'm always doing in terms of the writing locally, my passion for South Florida sports. And I partnered up with a local rum cake company here, down here in South Florida. We did a lot of work and they sponsored me and stuff. And it's really, really good. And I really want your honest opinion, Leroy. And I definitely don't think you're going to say it sucks, but it's great. It's great. And help support the website, help support local writing, editors, and everything on the site.
Where's where people can find it is worldwidewest.com?
Worldwidewest.com, and then you click on Shop WW. We got original, chocolate, and pineapple. And man, Leroy, I got your name on the chocolate, man. I'm telling you, it's flying.
Yeah? Chocolate rum cake,
good,
huh?
Man. We gotta check that out for sure. We gotta get that in the near future. Wes, we appreciate the time, man. Thanks so much.
Hey, thanks a lot, guys. And Brandon, see you soon.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. Take care. Wes Lane, worldwidewest.com. You guys can check out his column. The Dolphins make me cry.
Hey.
I love that.
The Dolphins, they didn't get it right. It's almost like the madder you get about your team, the more into it you are. Like if you just throw your shoulders up and like whatevs, then you're not really like, it's almost like as a fan, you got to feel it, right? You got to hurt a little bit when your team loses. That's a real fan. You go through the ebbs and flows of a season. Yeah, I get all that. But just, you know, understand that this team is so different than what you've seen the last few years for this reason. There's never been a game that you went into where you said the Dolphins couldn't win? Never.
No, that's true.
And that's now you got to get to the point where you're winning these games,
Of course.
and that's the next step.
Yeah.
But right now,
Do you wonder though, like, because Mike McDaniel, like Wes was talking about, he did put such an emphasis on these games and putting extra importance on them. Do you think that was like a smart thing to do? Because he did mention after one of the games he thought guys were pressing. Do you think there was an element of like maybe he focused on the importance of the importance of the road games too much? I mean, like now it's already okay, like it's do or die. That's the last 3 weeks. Like damage is done. But
right.
do you think there was a possibility like going forward, maybe he won't go that direction if they are in a good spot? Just let it kind of roll how it's rolling and not say, okay, now it gets real.
No, I would say this, that there's a lot of coaches, a lot of your better coaches that always keep the focus on that week. Not what the month means, not what the next 4 games means, but that week. Concentrate on that week and let everything else fall into place. And I think that it's okay to have a big picture. Like I've had coaches that have a big picture, and I've had coaches who do the micro, like this practice, this game, this week. So you just got to know who you're dealing with. I don't think, that there was a situation where they were really pressing. You just didn't play well. That happens.
Joel Embiid's doing a sit down. Carefully doesn't flop out of that chair.
Out of left field.
Out of left field.
Just
who's this? Where's Joel Embiid?
He's on the top one. You see.
Oh, there we go. Okay, I was getting ready to say.
No, that's Emmanuel Sanders talking to the herd.
Yep.
Emmanuel, tell us why Tua doesn't deserve to be a Pro Bowler. It's the herd.
Like, man, get out of here.
Bum.
Top
bum.
Nope, he's not top bum.
Those reporters are top
reporters
bum.
top.
Maybe that's what we should do. We should do a bum power ranking.
And then the thing that kills me is that at no point in time have we ever accepted an apology when the guy says, yeah, I'm planning on talking to the person I harmed. Right?
Right.
No, you go talk to him first.
No, like
you don't put anything out there
least,
until you talk to Bernard.
I would say at least Jenna Lane said that she did talk to Giovanni Bernard first. Now she was a long one.
Well, guess what?
I mean,
she is very lucky that he is not like her.
He is.
Think about that. Think about that. If you were dealing with a person that was anything close to what you were, that would have been an issue. But he's not that dude. So kudos to him and just shame on him. Shame, like
I don't buy their apologies, but I actually am happy to some degree that I'm glad the reaction to this, because of the guy that he is, was like, hey, this was messed up.
Right.
Because typically I feel like in years past, there would be a bunch of people calling, that's part of your job. That's part of the contract.
Yeah,
blah, blah, blah,
no,
blah.
it's not. It's not. It's not. It's not. I mean, think about it. If you made the biggest mistake of your life and you're sitting somewhere like just feeling so bad for what you've done, and 5 minutes later you got to answer for it, right? It's a different, and I don't care. Like, I don't care what people say. Oh, that's part of your job. So now we're not human. Now we don't. Guess what? As far as the statistics are concerned of life, as far as taxes are concerned for life, as far as voting or whatever, we got the same rights as you. We're human just like you.
All right, when we come back, apparently
we're gonna duke it out.
I can't actually rule that out.
What are you gonna do?
When we come back,
it's Christmas.
There's apparently a new disgruntled whale that's out there.
Here we go.
But
here we go.
But
wait, do you want him?
He wants him now.
We're gonna find out next.
Oh my.
All right. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM. Got a little Goosies, No Goosies coming up later this hour.
Okay.
That was amazing.
Okay. I was never going
No,
to
wait.
Did you guys
let
just tell
that
Stunt and Steve that
go.
story?
Oh, no, I heard it.
No, yeah. But I'm just saying. She's like, I was saying it normally.
No.
No, you weren't.
Okay.
That's
I've
not.
never heard
He
you
was
sound like that.
talking about it for other reasons, and then I said, "This kind of reminds me of when I was on Hawk and Crowder," and I said, "Well, hey guys, I didn't see you there," so it's kind of the same thing.
Hmm.
No, it wasn't.
Were you guys talking about though the favorite fetishes of Colorado?
No. Okay.
Okay.
No. I was doing a movie review.
Some headlines brought to you by
Please.
the new Palmetto Ford Truck Supercenter. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
Okay.
I'm getting a truck for Christmas.
The Panthers lost last night to the Devils 4-2. Cats gave up 3 goals in the third period. The Heat, they are back on they already practiced today. They are on the back practice floor today. Jimmy Butler, Kyle Lowry, they did practice today. So both missing the last game.
When do they play? Tomorrow? Or
They play the Pacers tomorrow. Who just beat the Celtics.
Who just beat the Celtics? I was just going to say
Celtics
that,
have welcome back to earth. Surprising that they can you surprised or not surprised that the Boston Celtics aren't able to shoot 60% from 3 for the entire season? I'm just curious.
It's basketball.
Yeah,
That's what happens.
Surprise! No, because I'm because if you would have taken the coverage, you would have thought great. They could have beaten the Dream Team. They would have taken the Dream Team. They would have gentlemen swept them. The way people talked about that Celtics start to the season, it's all right. That's fine. I'm not bitter or anything like that. The Heat have a good start to the season. Crickets, but it's fine. It's fine. Speaking of crickets, ruined the Heat's game the last 2 nights ago.
So what was that? I heard you mention that Jimmy ate some crickets.
Jimmy went to Mexico, and they said, "Well, did you have anything?" And he goes, "I did eat crickets." And then he woke up from his nap.
Not even that's Mexican crickets.
Yeah,
like
I didn't even know that was a thing.
So
in Mexico.
the Heat media relations staff comes out and
they eat
says,
iguana?
"Jimmy's out," and they said he woke up from his pregame nap not feeling well, and so he didn't play.
They eat ant eggs.
So it went from eating crickets to being unable to play. You do the math.
They usually drink like tequila and like eat like a worm or something.
I've seen that, yeah, but you're not supposed to like drink the water in Mexico, right? Like that's a thing.
No water.
Montezuma's revenge.
Yeah,
got him. I don't know.
No.
Either way, he was back. He was back at practice. He was back at practice.
Why does he look so different?
Minshew?
Yeah.
Well, they got a really bright light on him right now.
Okay, that's what it is.
Yeah, they got somebody's got like a spotlight on his face. All right. Report out. Haven't had a lot of whales lately. Disgruntled stars. I don't even know if I want this one. I'm growing. Just so you know, I'm growing.
Dude, first of all, it better not be somebody that you called a bum who will say you didn't want him or say he's gutless.
Well, I don't think I want him. I don't think I want him.
Also, you're not growing if you're saying you're growing.
Right. Like you can't acknowledge your growth. The outside has to acknowledge it.
It's like
I don't think that's true.
It's like the person who calls himself humble. He's not humble.
What about Trevor
like
Lawrence? What if he said, "Oh, I've grown a lot this year"?
I would agree with him.
Now all of a sudden you're understanding.
But I would say, that's fine saying that. Let's slow the roll. That's about as far as I'll let him say.
Well, he's grown. That's not saying he's.
I mean, it's of course he's grown. What was he last year? He was under the dirt basically. Even a weed grows.
That's a lot of growth.
Right. So you basically just said Trevor Lawrence is equivalent to a weed.
I didn't say that. All I just said was weeds grow. Like, I grew. We were nothing last year, of course. I mean, you were throwing the ball to the other team every game.
You have no sympathy whatsoever for that man's situation last year.
Situation. My coach was getting lap dances. Oh, heavens to Betsy. Oh, you clutching your pearls?
Wait. First of all, you cannot say heavens to Betsy. Like, what are you, 80? Right?
I've never heard that in my life.
Right. Start calling him Marge. Because that's the only person, like, heavens to Betsy.
All right, so let's get to this story. Chris Haynes of Bleacher Report. He says, this is from Las Vegas. Rival executives in attendance at the NBA's annual G League Winter Showcase are of the belief that Atlanta Hawks star point guard Trae Young could be the next player on a rookie max extension to request a trade if the team doesn't make inroads come postseason time. Young, he writes, Young, as competitive as they come, has a strong desire to win big in this league. He's under contract through 26-27, but has an early termination in 25-26. It's only, 3 years away? Atlanta has struggled to find chemistry that propelled it to the Eastern Conference Finals 2 years ago. That fake season that was back-to-back where all the teams that were good had no rest. Anyway, the Hawks just won just one playoff game, losing in 5 games to the Miami Heat last season. This season, they're on a similar trajectory with an underwhelming 16-16 record, 9th in the Eastern Conference. All that despite the offseason addition of star guard DeJounte Murray, a player Young encouraged management to pursue transition. This week, Atlanta ownership reassigned Travis Schlenk. Man, reading is not my strong suit. Who drafted Young to an advisor role. All right. So how about that? A source told Bleacher Report that Young and Fields, who's the new guy, Landry Fields. Really? Landry Fields is their general manager? The Landry Fields? The guy who was on the Knicks? Anyway, a source told Bleacher Report that Young and Fields meet routinely and they have a great relationship. Fields has a green light from ownership to do what's necessary to acquire upgrades, but that is the hard part of executing. John Collins has been made available in trade talks, but it is unclear if the organization can get a return package that would make the team better.
You're correct. That is Landry Fields that used to play on the Knicks.
The Landry Fields is a GM now.
34 years old as a GM.
Badass. That's really impressive.
I would say I would rather have Collins
than Trae Young.
Yeah.
I kind of do too, right?
Yeah, man, the book's out on Trae Young.
The book's out on Trae Young. And you know what the cover of that book is?
Pineapple.
Gabe Vincent.
Dude, I've been talking about Collins all year.
But aren't you proud of the growth? I don't want this whale. Because he is a whale. I mean, you must say. He's a whale. He's a whale.
Or is he a looter in a riot?
Well, you can't say looter in a riot. They're decent. They're decent. He won the scoring title. Did take him to a Fugazi Eastern Conference Finals. Fugazi.
Why is it Fugazi?
That season was garbage.
Didn't you get to a Fugazi Finals then?
No. Bubble Finals was the true finals. The next season was the garbage season. If it's nothing but basketball and there's no travel and there's no effects, that's the real season. This whole travel every other day, that's fake. Fake, dude.
I think you might be off on this.
I'm not off on this.
Real basketball is when you got to travel and play other teams.
Nah, it's not. Case in point, the road teams won the majority of the game in the Eastern Conference Finals last year. Heat lost 3 games in the home. Heat won 2 games in Boston. What do you do with that? So how much does home court advantage matter? Exactly, dude. So what I'm saying is the fake finals or the fake Eastern Conference Finals was one where all the teams that got bounced early all of a sudden had all the success the next year. Crazy.
But that's always like that.
But the final 4 teams that had like 2 weeks of rest, they all stunk the next year.
That happens a lot. Happens in football. Happens in what?
Not like this, dude. Not like this, dude.
Really?
Not like this, dude.
Okay.
Come on.
All right.
Celtics, Heat, Denver Nuggets, Lakers. They all underwhelmed the next year. Why? Because they had to play and turn around in like 2 months.
I want to agree with you, but Leroy's right because the Rams kind of suck and they won the Super Bowl last year.
Everybody saw that coming, though. As soon as they said that what's his face, old Stafford was going to get Tommy John surgery, you knew Fat Cat syndrome was coming a mile away. They said this McVay was going to go off and be a broadcaster. They didn't want to play this year. Anyway, so Trae Young, nah.
Hell no. Why would I complain about length and size and then go get a gnome?
It's very strong.
Guard gnome.
You didn't have to. I know that's exactly where I went to. I imagine Trae Young in a garden.
Is he not the shortest player in the NBA? Yeah.
I gotta think he's one of them. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's not 5'5", like you said.
That's getting away from what I would like this team to do. Right?
I'm looking it up.
I feel like a garden gnome is redundant. Where else would you find a gnome?
There's all kinds of gnomes.
They are?
Yeah. There's more different types of gnomes. Let me see. I'll ask Google. What are the different
Riveting radio.
types?
I'm looking up shortest players in the NBA, so
Are
I
you
got them.
seriously trying to look for?
They say
gnomes?
Trae Young's 6'1".
That's a lie.
That's a lie. That is a lie.
I mean, most
We got-
NBA
wait,
heights are lies.
Ready?
I thought they were supposed to be truthful now.
Wait. Ready?
Yeah.
Rock gnomes, tinker gnomes,
Those are made up. Don't say it. It's fine. Just
That's
forget
not
it.
deep
made up.
gnomes,
Dude, that just kicked your
forest
ass.
gnomes, river gnomes, arcane gnomes.
So the book's out on Trae Young?
I think so. I think the Heat wrote it.
I think they did.
Dude,
I mean, they really did. They messed with
He was
him.
awful.
if my biggest
He was awful in
Except
that
for
series.
like
if
game
my
3.
biggest issue with the Heat right now is size,
Mhm.
Trae Young ain't coming.
And like he's really disgruntled. Like, what? That's not a bad team. Like, of roster and talent, you know,
Why hasn't he been going back and forth with Nate McMillan?
because he's a sourpuss. He goes up against every coach that he has. So like, that's always a funny. That's like the classic LeBron move. It's like, oh, trade for this guy.
Dude,
I
hold
don't
on.
like the way this
Time
worked out.
Time out.
Hmm?
Don't do
Don't do what?
that. You know damn well.
Ooh, trade for Russell Westbrook. I don't like Westbrook.
Why you compare LeBron James?
I didn't compare them
in
as
this
players.
situation-
I didn't compare them as players. I compared them to wanting to make a move, and then when the move doesn't work out, you blame management.
What was Trae Young's move?
He's saying in the article, it says he wanted them to trade for DeJounte Murray. Now he doesn't like playing with him.
First of all,
John Collins and him.
you have to get to a level to even demand that. Shame on Atlanta for giving this guy his third,
$250 million.
fourth year.
Fourth year, yeah.
Fourth year, you going to him for advice. Something wrong with you. He ain't there yet.
It's Atlanta though. Like,
But
who are
he
they
ain't
gonna go
there
to?
yet.
Who are they going to go to?
He ain't there yet, though. Right? You think he's there where you start asking him about, do you want to play with this guy? Do you want to play with that guy?
I mean, he's Hawks there. Like, he's not like I don't think he's like creme de la creme of the league, but like if you're the Hawks, yeah, he's your best guy. He's your top guy. But everybody seems to not like playing with him.
Then the Hawks have done a terrible job of reading the room. Because if you had read the room, you wouldn't be asking him all these damn questions.
I think Landry Fields is like, listen, back in my day in 2014, Trae Young.
When back in your day is not.
Let me tell you something about Linsanity, Trae Young. So you're not into it. Out.
Nah.
But John Collins, you're
John
still
Collins, yeah. John Collins.
Yeah, if there's a player, that
Put
would
it
be
this way.
Mhm.
I would sign Hassan Whiteside before I brought in Trae Young.
Wow.
Come full circle.
No, it's not coming full circle.
No, I see what he's doing. He doesn't agree with me, but he disagrees with Trae Young so much that he'd agree with Tobin.
Kind of. Yeah,
That's where we're at.
that sounds about right.
See? I know you and me.
All right.
Been doing this a while. We really
Don't do
doing it
that.
together.
Don't do that.
What do you mean?
I hate when you do
What-
that.
what-
He does
You're
know.
ruining it.
Me and you.
Got a
Same
point.
Same together.
No.
So you agree with me?
No.
Oh man! Before we hit the break here, give me a weather update from the Demesman and Dover Law Firm, Leroy. Your accidentattorneys.com. Free consultations 24/7. Call them up 866-954-MORE.
It is partly cloudy. Winds coming out of the west, northwest at probably 5 miles an hour, 10 miles an hour. It's not moving very well. I don't see any planes, but I can just see the clouds coming from right to left on your television dial. It's got to be about, I'd say it's approaching 80, 70, 77, 78 degrees. And should be a nice couple of days. Going to be chilly on tomorrow and Saturday and Sunday, but it'll be sunny.
Guy just goes, Mr. Griff says, John Collins repping that 5'6" 5'6" ace in your face. I didn't know they said that. I'm going to start greeting people like that when they go home. I'll teach that to Tommy. Tell him, to, hey, tell the kids this. 5'6" ace in your face. We'll take a quick break. Back on the Dolphins. Tyreek Hill has a Pro Bowl idea. That's next. We're streaming live on YouTube. Check us out there. Welcome to all our YouTubers. Play nice with the Twitchers, all right? No beef, and because we had some texter Twitcher beef at the start. I don't want that. I just want everybody to get along who likes the show. No matter what platform that you consume this program, whether it be the Odyssey app, whether it be YouTube, whether it be Twitch, whether it be the regular old radio. Okay,
I don't think that they could see each other's like texts, like only we can because we're on StreamYard.
So, by the way, JFig, after discussion with Steven, we have come to the conclusion that you were jealous.
I wasn't, I promise.
Okay.
I had no interest. -1, Steven. I had no interest.
Okay. But I'm just saying, like, listen, I'm a man, I'm a human, right? And I'm gonna say like this: even if you don't want attention,
I didn't.
you appreciate attention, right?
Not from
Like
him.
somebody come holler at me, I'm like, I still got it.
I feel like we should give context.
Yeah.
Should we?
Let's not actually.
No, we're not.
I don't think we
That's
should.
that's why I did.
Because I feel like Tobin's out of the loop.
You guys
I'll
keep-
tell Tobin
bring me
after.
in the loop afterwards.
Got you.
It's all good.
Right now, let's get to this. What do you think of this, Leroy? Tyreek Hill has a Pro Bowl idea. Curious what you think. Cheetah's always out there
I
with
can
ideas.
already tell.
That's our
what I'm
friend of
gonna-
the show.
I can already tell what I'm gonna think.
Tyreek Hill, he tweeted out, since the Pro Bowl not tackle, let's move it to the middle of the season like NBA. What do you think?
No. Here's why.
Okay.
It's football.
Mhm.
If you tell people they get an extra week off, nobody will go,
Oh,
and they'll all take the week off.
that's a good point.
I'm telling you. But like, okay, no.
You know why I also think it's tough? I don't feel like 8 games is enough to determine a Pro Bowler. You know?
They decided no. It's been more than 8 weeks, dude.
No, but I'm saying if he wants to do it in the middle of the season,
Oh,
you'd essentially have to pick
right,
you essentially have to pick a Pro Bowler on like 6 games.
right. Which means you're basically picking the Pro Bowl from last year.
Right.
Right.
I don't know. I don't feel like it's
No.
You'd probably have to go to purely fan vote at that point, which by the way, apparently doesn't matter because Tua can lead in the fan vote and they don't care.
Right.
So, which is kind of weird because if you want to talk about a game that really should just be for the fans, because none of the players care about it. The coaches couldn't give a rat's ass about it. Didn't you have who was your coach? Bill Cowher?
Bill Cowher.
Bill Cowher told Leroy, listen, let's hustle this up so I can get to golf.
Yeah.
That's how much they care about the Pro Bowl.
Well, because here's the deal. Here's how it worked. Like you practice 2 days, right? The first day you either practice at the stadium, which is 40 minutes away, or you practice at the hotel. They did a field just on the field right next to the hotel.
And this is also back when they had the Pro Bowl in Hawaii, right?
But right.
Yeah.
And right across the street in the same complex is a golf course. I think the LPGA plays there. So like practice only lasted an hour or 45 minutes, and you just wanted to hurry up and get through it so you could go on with your day, go to the beach or whatever. Now you had to the long practice was the one at the stadium because that's when you took pictures, right? You took team pictures and Pro Bowl pictures for your franchise or whatever. But yeah, no. But it was really cool, like going out of your room, right, and going to practice. So yeah, he was like, "Hey,
Do you feel like if the Pro Bowl was back in Hawaii and Tua made the Pro Bowl, that would be like a monster?"
Yeah.
I feel like it would be.
oh yeah, it'd be huge."
That'd be huge.
Right.
Is he like he's the only player really that could do that?
Who was didn't the Dolphins have a wide receiver from Hawaii, University of Hawaii?
Devon Best?
Devon Best.
Yeah.
I think Devon Best is selling out the Pro Bowl.
No. I'm just saying. That's the only people I can think of.
But dude, he led in Pro Bowl voting. Like imagine what that would be like if Tua came back and played in Hawaii.
Yeah, but also Devon Best isn't Hawaiian.
That's true. That's also fair. He is not Hawaiian. Why are you looking at him like that?
Well, because he answered a completely different question than you were asking.
No, but
Speaking of college, Stun Steve, what did you think of the first? You're a diehard Canes fan. What did you think of the haul on national signing? Do you care about stuff like this anymore?
Oh yeah, I still do. I mean, not as much as I did when I was probably in high school, but I mean, they got a great class. The only guy we're waiting on is probably the best player in that class.
Yeah.
But I mean,
who?
Cormani
McLean.
Uh-huh.
He was originally supposed to sign.
Seems like there's
yesterday.
some last minute shenanigans going on here with some NIL.
Yeah, of course.
But I mean, if I mean, this is nothing new. If you're into recruiting, like this kind of stuff happens all the time. So I can't be.
That's what I'm saying.
Surprised.
That's why I say I'm not waiting till they sign. Like I do shows with Dono. Dono's always talking about commit. You're relying on an 18-year-old to commit.
Well, the later that they commit into the process, the more I'm like, sure. But this kid committed back in October. So when he did commit, I was like, we'll see what happens.
Right. Like we were sure Pancake Honcho was going to commit because it was like 2 days ago.
Exactly.
Ooh, Cat for Life has a question for me.
Yeah.
Why do NFL players think more highly of Mac Jones than they do Uno? Here's why. Because of what teams they play for. Right? Because any quarterback that plays for Bill Belichick is going to get more credit.
There's no way Mac Jones finished ahead. He must be referring because Mac Jones made the top 100 and Tua was.
I don't know. I don't know what the context is, but I'm just telling you why. Like a lot of times, either coach, player, or player coach, one can give the other instant credibility, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like here, I'll give you a perfect example. Mike McCarthy.
What about him?
They think he's terrible as a coach in Dallas.
Of course.
But he won the Super Bowl in Green Bay. So there's a level of, respect that they give him because he won a Super Bowl. But that was Aaron Rodgers, right?
Yeah, it was definitely Aaron Rodgers.
Right.
I mean, Joe Philbin got a job off of that.
Right. So that's what I'm saying.
Joe, you called the play for Aaron? Oh, I was around Aaron.
Well, stop the tape. Now, you see the guy with the headphones with the thing on his face? Oh, that's you? No. I'm the guy behind him handing him a juice box. Basically, was that not what Joe Philbin was?
Yeah, kind of.
Right.
Yeah, kind of was.
I knew it was done once I saw him and he reminded me of Larry Coker. I was like, yeah.
He did look like Larry Coker.
Not for me.
All right, so you're not but you are excited. You think that this is the turnaround for Cristobal?
Yes. I mean,
anybody fast? I've never
I
seen.
They got somebody.
I have never, ever seen the Canes lack speed, and they couldn't run with nobody this year.
I only saw one guy that he said had world class. I think it was Christopher Johnson. He said that world class speed. Which, by the way, does he have to go by Christopher because Chris Johnson's taken? Like that's because we all think of the OG.
Chris Johnson also ran a 4.2.
Yeah, he did. Oh, I hope he runs like Chris Johnson.
He ran for 2,000, didn't he?
Yeah.
But every year I find a way to get myself hyped up, and then
it's impossible not to. Because
I'm usually disappointed.
Because here's what I do: is I just read the Herald or the Recruitment, and every review is positive. Nobody's just like not sure about this guy.
Well, they've never had a recruiting class this high since like the 24/7 like rankings and stuff.
Right.
They had the one class back in 2008. But I mean,
Look,
with all the kids from Miami Central,
from Northwestern.
Northwestern.
Yeah.
How did that work out?
Randy Sherman was a coach.
Because here's the issue. They're high school kids. You put too much faith.
I really
in
thought
that.
those first 4 games of Corey, though.
Still a
When he
legend
was
in
talking
my
about
eyes.
the pink suit for
I
the
love
Heisman.
him. Yeah.
That Florida State game's forever.
I love him so much. I really do love Ja'Cory Harris. And Whipple sabotaged him.
Yeah.
Screw Mark Whipple.
He's still
Patrick-
coaching though.
He had like 3 offensive coordinators in his time here.
Does that not count? Because when do we start giving players a little reprieve from that?
Well, no,
because Tobin won't even do it for Trevor Lawrence, who had a ridiculous.
Look, I have opened the door to answer for my crimes.
No, you
I'm
wouldn't
just not
do it
doing
before.
it yet.
You just started doing it.
I may
okay
answer for
before
my
that.
crimes.
I'm like, you had a coach getting lap dances, and you like, oh, Trevor Lawrence, the second year, you have done nothing.
Listen, Colin Cowherd's still not answering for his crimes, and Tua's number 1 in like every passing category.
Also, once Ja'Cory got an actual offensive coordinator, he was good. It was just only his senior year.
Dude, Whipple was a bum. And
he wanted his son to
he
start.
wanted his
That's
son to
why.
play. Spencer Whipple.
Mm.
Having him out there chucking bombs, getting destroyed. He weighed 100 pounds.
Man, could you imagine Whipple doing that Fickle? What's that commercial?
Mr. Whipple?
No,
Yeah.
doing the law commercial.
I think he's still coaching somewhere, by the way.
Yeah.
Schmeathan is saying, how's Tobin not made for Dabo Swinney yet? I think he's referring to, did you see this quote by Dabo Swinney?
See what?
He's so cringe, man.
Dude.
Can't stand this guy.
Can we get the sound of that? You know what? We'll get the sound of that for next segment. I feel like we got to hear Dabo in his own wisdom of what he said. We'll get to that plus Goosey's No Goosey's. In fact, we'll make it part of Goosey's No Goosey's. That's next.
Okay.
All right. Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy. Oh, look at the herd putting some Tua positive trivia on. Nice try, dude. Guy says on the text line, I'm mad about the new YouTubes because now the texts are going to be even more forgotten about. I'll never forget you, dude. I got you right here. I always have the texters right here. I got Leroy forgot about you. He used to be Text Mr. Text.
I haven't looked at the
about
text
you.
in like months.
I don't even know how to get.
I have never had the login, so
I use Solanas.
I just use Dan Days. I never got one.
Which I don't feel bad about because for years Romberg was using my text response and he was mother bleeping people.
Oh my god!
On my account.
Did he love fighting people on the text machine?
He was lighting people up.
Wasn't there a guy who wanted to fight him at the Chick-fil-A?
What happened?
Oh man! All right, let's get to our favorite Thursday game. Little goosies, no goosies. J-Fig, do you have our list of goosies, no goosies?
Wow, I thought we were gonna hear the song.
Do we have the song, Stunt and Steve? There it is. Now we're ready to get some goosies, no goosies.
Feel good.
Which, by the way, we've been sent some art, by the way, for goosies.
Oh yes, I do have them.
Yeah,
Would you like to
sent some listener art on the. How about that, Leroy? You see that on the old Twitch broadcast?
Wow.
Yeah.
Cute, right?
Shout out to our guy who James Kerr. James, he's a Dolphin fan from Jersey. Shout out to him. He sent us some Goosies art.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
All right, let's start it off, J-Fig. What do we got today for Goosies? No Goosies.
Number one, Stephen has to sound. Wow. Okay, sorry. Dabble Sweeney on the NIL.
This is a gem. Listen to this, Leroy.
We built this program on NIL. We really did. It's probably different than what you're thinking, though. We built this program in God's name, image, and likeness.
Leroy wants to hear it again.
We built this program on NIL. We really did. It's probably different than what you're thinking, though. We built this program in God's name, image, and likeness.
Why would you want to play for that?
Why? I'm not gonna cuss. The outburst that's required and it is necessary, I can't give right now. But I gotta tell you, Dabo, stop lying, dude. Stop lying. Stop lying. You had top 5 picks staying in school for another year, giving up millions to come back and make what? Exactly. Don't all of a sudden act like your program's so great you can keep people from going. No, you name, image, and likeness. So see, here's what I hate about religion and sports.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you win and thank God, does that mean that God don't like the other team?
You don't have to.
God loves it. God loves everybody, right?
That's right.
So, but
except the Dolphins in December.
see why? Hey, you see why?
Clip that.
Point for Tobin.
So, like, and if that's the case, why God didn't love Tim Tebow that much?
I mean, he did in college.
Loved him that one playoff game.
He did.
And that one game against the Dolphins.
I mean, there were some games
he
you
won
watched.
He won a game. He threw 3 passes.
Yeah, there were some games you'd watch him too and be like, you know what? He does seem like he's getting some extra, a little something. Like Christopher Lloyd's out there being like, we are everywhere. Anyway, no goosies for Dabo. But
No
nice
goosies,
try.
no
No
goosies,
goosies.
no
No goosies. J-Fig, did you get the goosies?
No, I didn't. But considering Leroy's reaction, that kind of gave me the gooses.
Leroy's outrage got you the goosies.
I like it. Come on, man. Don't stop that. Stop that.
Stunt Steve, goosies for Dabo?
-1.
-1 instead. Don't be using the Lord's name with your corny joke.
What do we got for number 2?
I don't know if you guys know this, but we've been doing name, image, and likeness. That's how we built this program.
God told Christian Wilkins not to go into the draft.
Dwayne Wade being nominated for the Hall of Fame.
Goosey's galore. Best athlete this city's ever had.
Goosey's along with Sean Merriman.
Sean Marion.
Merriman.
Lights Out is not there.
Yeah.
No,
I'm happy for him. This is just a matter of time.
Matter of time.
Like he's gonna be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
he's what top 3 two guards ever?
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
Yeah.
Get that bum James Harden out of that conversation.
Nothing
stop.
annoys
Why
me
did
more
you?
than that. Nothing.
Steven, what are you
annoys me more than that.
doing?
I agree with Tobin. See, I do agree.
By the way, the finalists will be revealed in February at All-Star Weekend.
Why the hell are we doing this far in advance then? We don't need to build up for this.
I don't know. We know who the finalists are going to be. All right. It's Dwayne Wade. It's
Sean Marion.
Dirk Nowitzki. It's not going to be
Absolutely.
Sean Marion. It's not going to be Sean Marion. It's Dirk. It's kind of annoying that Dirk and Dwayne did retire the same year because now they got to share the week. Who goes last? I feel like D Wade's got to go last.
What the hell do you
D Wade's no, because you want to know something? International player. Dirk's like, I bet you they try and put him last. I bet you they try. And
You already.
and let me tell you
This
something. When I
dude's
go to
already
find the
concocting
petty-
and
some.
let me tell you something right now, Dirk. When I do go to the Hall of Fame to go watch Dwayne Wade get inducted, okay, which is happening. Let me tell you something right now, Dirk. If Dwayne Wade doesn't speak after you, as soon as his speech is over, I'm leaving. I'm not sticking around for you, dude. All right, just so you know. Also, Greg Popovich. Interesting. Greg Popovich.
just taking everyone out?
He's turned down this many years. Like they say, hey, Greg, we want to put you in the Hall of Fame. And he says, no, coach, like they can come to him and say, will you accept being a nominee this year? And he's turned it down. So now he's accepting it. Team sucks. So now he's accepting it. He goes in the Hall of Fame. Does Greg Popovich go last?
Yes.
Arguably the greatest coach of all time.
Yes.
I can concede that.
Yes. He goes last.
That's probably going to be a good speech, too. We got to be honest.
Yeah. Mumbles.
And then Pau Gasol's in this class.
Paul's getting in too, right?
Pau's getting in for sure.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
And
class.
Tony Parker.
International flavor.
Yeah.
Be crazy when Sean Marion gets in.
Oh man. Anyway, Goosey's galore for D Wade. Any arguments?
Nope.
Goosey's galore.
All right. What's number 3, J Fig?
Jim Larinaga being nominated for the Hall of Fame.
How about that? Jim Larinaga also getting nominated for the Basketball Hall of Fame. That's Goosey's galore too.
Absolutely.
Goosey's galore.
He has to go in the Hall of Fame because he's always taken the little guy.
Yeah.
He hasn't had the Kentucky, the Duke, the North Carolina. He hasn't had those jobs. He's had the little guys.
Yep.
And he's put them, made them reputable and respectable. And so kudos to him.
Jim Larinaga, like, I don't know, is 73. I don't know how much longer he wants to do this, but whatever he needs, like top honors banner in the, what do they do? Banner at the Watsco? Is that what they'll do for him? Yeah, this guy's
He's probably like the all-time wins coach, so they could put that
How
up.
many
and all
years
that.
he's been here?
Like 10 years.
yeah, it's been here a while. dude.
Wow.
A while.
I mean, yeah.
Like
He's
4
probably got
ADs ago.
200. He's probably got 200 wins.
He's
Just here. I know he's got
And
800.
they tried to hoodwink him with that fake scandal. Hey, this guy was getting NBA guys, Lonnie Walker, Bruce Brown, and they're like, something's fishy here. And no, he was doing it on the up and up as much as college basketball can be on the up and up. Elite 8 last year. It's a guy right there, Coach L. So Goosey's galore for him.
Uh-oh.
What? Oh, you lost
For a
signal?
while, it looked like you were fighting something.
He looks so tired right now.
It's
all
all
that
those
damn
munchies he
Celsius.
had.
No.
Celsius crash?
And I never got to pick me up.
The food?
I didn't get food. That's why.
Yeah. Well, in fairness, if you would have eaten, you probably would have been crashing too.
No. I work the opposite.
Mm.
Food is energy.
That's a lie.
Doesn't work the opposite.
I've worked with you enough.
Lie.
Worked with you enough that every time you eat, you're just checked out.
Super. And you agree to it too.
Number 4, J-Fig.
Tyreek Hill being named a Pro Bowler.
Goosey's for Tyreek Hill. Obvious.
Goosey!
Best year of his career. Most yards.
He's got to get
Dolphins record.
166 for the last 3 weeks.
That's a lot.
It is.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll do it, but it's still
All
been,
you need
it's
is
still been an amazing season.
Here's what you need. You need 300-yard games, 2 big plays. You'll get there.
That's what a way to look at it.
Yeah.
That was
That's
beautiful.
That's how you got to do it.
You got the Goosies?
Yeah, of course. Of course. I mean, who does? If you don't enjoy what this man does and you're not a fan of football.
He's been awesome. He's been better than they could have imagined with making that deal. What about you, JF? You got the Goosies for Tyreek Hill?
Yep, I agree with Leroy.
What about you, Stunt and Steve?
I don't really care about the Pro Bowl, but just for Tyreek Hill being Tyreek Hill, I got the Goosies.
There you go. All right. And finally, J-Fig, our last one.
Goron hugging Jovic.
I didn't see this initially.
What happened?
Did you see the embrace?
without laughing.
Did you see the embrace that Gogi gave to Nikola Jovic? It was awesome. He just gave him that little look in his eye, that sly Slovenian look, and he says, "Brate, I love you. Don't worry, buddy.
Get me back home."
Eric Spoelstra, he's good people. I know you're in doghouse right now for whatever reason, probably pissed off. No worries, buddy. When Gogi come back, you be start of team. I'll be what you like to call your European ambassador. Goosies.
Goosies!
Please bring me home, pet. What do you got, dude?
No goose.
Why not?
I think you ruined his goose.
Yeah.
I really thought you were going to have Goosies for that.
No. You knew I wasn't going to have gooses for that.
J-Fig? Goosies?
My goosies are moderate. I
Wow.
mean,
All right.
Well, I don't have
When
a sound for that, so
yeah,
You gotta
exactly.
pick.
But like when I saw it,
There's no such thing as moderate Goosies. That sounds like no Goosey. You don't have Goosies for this? Why
I
not?
feel like you kind of
Ruined
remove it. Yeah,
You guys seem to think I ruin a lot of stuff. I mean, I know.
Because you do.
because you go overboard.
Interesting theory.
Wow, I didn't know Ben
That's
Bowling
funny.
looked like that.
Looks like a guy who doesn't bet sources.
His neck is right on.
Oh, good to see the Dolphins fans spend so much time at their computer. Maybe you should, and then you won't get duped on Mac Jones stories. Son, Steve, do you have the Goosies from Gogi and Yovi?
I mean anything anything Goron related. Got to give me the Goosies.
Of course.
Goosies!
All right, everybody. That is our show for today. For all our little show ponies out there. Give you some carrots, some apples, some oats.
Oats.
Yeah, show ponies love oats.
You
When was
would
the last
know.
time you ate oatmeal? Huh? When was the last time you ate
I
oatmeal?
had some granola the other day.
No.
I swear to God, I did.
Bowl
berries?
of oatmeal.
Oh, I would never. I'm not a baby.
With berries?
Wait.
It did have berries actually. It had a little some
Wait a
little
minute.
what?
What do you mean babies only eat oatmeal?
That's a baby food. What are you, Goldilocks? Ooh, porridge. Ooh.
Porridge is different than oatmeal.
Is it?
Yes.
What is porridge?
Porridge is closer to cream of wheat.
Ugh. Mac Jones is porridge.
And you're a big old fat ass rump roast.
Talk to you guys tomorrow. Never wanted Messi.
Wait.
Never wanted him.
Hold on.
Never wanted him.
Here we
Sean-
go.
Sean-
Here we go.
Go wiggly.
Sean Marion can I'll tell you what.
Everybody.
Hope you mother have a good day.